Every day we escape, losing all of our faith. We can't live this way. Feel me slowly fade away. Feel me slowly fade away. As far as the wind will take me. Every day I feel time slipping, passing, skipping by. All the words I could say just can't really seem to stay. Feel me slowly fade away. As far as the wind will take me. Every time I divide all the fractions of my mind, take away all the pain, give myself another day. Give myself another day. Every day I decide if we'll ever see the sign. I ignored all the lines showing me eternal light.
I'm gonna be honest. I was supposed to be doing the plan for today is doing one of the viewer clears, right? Kinda did not keep track of what their nickname was, so I don't know what their username in Discord is. Yeah. With that said, I think we're just gonna chill for a little bit. Also, hello everyone, welcome. Just gonna chill a little bit, and I think the plan for today's stream would be we'll help this viewer with their Abyss and Theater clear, and we'll log into one of the other viewers' account to supposedly try what a Nicole Kinish team would look like. Maybe try to do a bunch of different Nicole tests because I personally don't have Nicole, so I'm a little bit excited over that one. What characters do we rerun in 6.7? According to what we were seeing based on the bosses and based on the Stygian Onslaught and both Abyss, oddly enough, I feel like Flins or Inefa might make a rerun again. Because I think there's like a... If I recall correctly, one of the halves actually want Lunar Charge. Like, I believe the 6.7 Abyss lineup was leaked to be... what's that thing called again? Oh yeah, I remember now. It was leaked to be... The cactus is going to come back. There is no Knuckle Duckle, so that's a bit fortunate. And I believe the Stygian boss... let me see if I can check it right now. I think the rumored Stygian boss was supposed to be like... something related to Lunar Charge. Because I know one of the bosses is a Superconduct Shield. The other one is... I don't think it's Knuckle Duckle, but I forgot what his name was. Let me see if I can find it. Nanoka.cc. I'm too lazy to swap, so you guys just enjoy the music real quick. Okay, let's see. Stygian Onslaught. Upcoming. This one hasn't happened yet. The current tested one is... Dog. Secret Source Automaton. And the Superconduct enemy. So Superconduct or Stellar Conduct enemy is going to be Sandrone Shield. The Automaton, supposedly you can only climb the pillar with not long characters. So Mauika already had her rerun. I would say probably the next best thing is Shilonen. Probably no, I mean honestly, Shilonen rerun wouldn't really be out of depth here. Or to be fair, there was a rumor that said Lali is going to get a skin in the summer event next patch. So it could also be like a Shilonen Sid Lali rerun. And then we do have the dog. So Nefair Loma just came. I don't know if Linnea Ziba is gonna reappear again, but based on what I see in the Abyss, I think it might actually be a Luna charge kind of thing. Because to be fair, it could be a Ziba Linnea rerun though. So like, I really don't know. Let me look at this one real quick. That's Wayward Hermetic Speaker, Freeze. No, not this one. So it's definitely not this one. What's the current tested one? Yeah, it has the second half ones Mago Kenki, Jade Plume, and a random cactus. The first half has the Superconduct boss. So I don't know. Which teams to discuss which teams would be good against the 3 Stygian bosses? I guess we can do that right now. Which Stygian boss? Are you talking about the Stygian next week? Or are you talking about the Stygian in the future? But I guess technically the Stygian next week would be there, right? I guess we can just look at this, not this one. This is already still on. Could be this one, I think. 55? 55. Xiaolong Bao, hello. You randomly followed last stream, has a profile picture with Xiao and the name is Xiaolong Bao. Hello, fellow Asian. Next week's Stygian, alright, why not? See if I can put this up. So you guys should be able to see this, right? Why is this like why is my face on the side? That's annoying. Okay, so the next Stygian Onslaught, the one that's coming next Wednesday, is gonna be the Talpa, the Wolf, as well as what's this guy called again? The Watcher. I mean, this one honestly anything goes really. As long as your name is not Nufilet or Furina, I think you're fine. As long as you're not a Hydro DPS, which you only really have like 2 to 3 Hydro DPS, Pyro would be very easy because you get the damage bonus from Vape. There's also Nefair, which if you really don't have any other places where you're going to be using your Nefair for, then yeah. So to be honest, there's not really much to say about Alpa. It doesn't have to be Bloom really. You just like, even if you don't play around like breaking the, what's his name called again? Even if you don't break or kill, actually no. You can use Dendro application to break the little Talpas, but if you have enough DPS, you can actually just straight up kill the Talpa before breaking the Hydro Shield. Because they have like 2 separate bars. It's either you kill the Talpa, like little Talpa straight up, it does have like 1 million HP or something like that, or you just apply enough elements to actually break the shield to make it disappear. Because if you don't do that, it's going to go big, and not only will the attacks do more damage, it will also have bigger range, which increases the likelihood of killing you. And I believe it does heal a certain amount. So it is within your best of interest to actually kill these little guys if you can. And then after that, let me recall, after 40 seconds, it will enter a special shield mode, replenishes all your cooldown for your elemental skill and your elemental burst, and it will have a shield for the next 12 to 15 seconds. Still has Hydro, so you gotta break the shield within a short period of time before it does the ultimate attack and guarantee one-shots your active character. But it's also not a very big DPS like threshold, to be honest. What does the Watcher even do? Oh, actually it's quite simple, I think. I wonder if I can find a video. Actually no, to be fair, you've already like done the thing, right? So basically the Watcher is a PHEC, not exactly shield, but it does want you to run PHEC. So it enters a certain fight. Let me see if I can find a video for that. Maybe I'll go find a Genshin wiki, right? The Watcher. Basically, there's a certain point where it creates a bar that's definitely not the name of the enemy. What the fuck is this called? The Open Eye. I don't know. Can I? You know, let me just look for Linnea. Linnea is the only boss that uses this anyways. Hey Sensei, welcome. So if we look at the boss, let's look at the boss mat. And then we look at the boss from, okay, the Open Eye, that's his name. Yeah, I think it should show right here. If my thing would load, there you go. So basically, like, it does a special attack where it will monitor for PHEC. And there's a bar. You want to fill that bar with PHEC, so it will record that element that filled up the thing the most. And then, yeah. And then after it does that, it does this twice. Once it records 2 elements, it will do this. Yeah, this one. Where is it? It will go into the sky, and I believe it will summon like 2 different elemental orbs, I think. Is it this one? It will summon 2 elemental orbs, or 2 like of these cores that is based on the element you recorded. but the core itself doesn't absorb the elements, so it's just a regular thing that you have to kill. Once you get it to do this move, you just gotta break these two things in time before it finishes the ultimate, and then you just stun it. And that's really all there is to it. In simpler words, you just want either any team that has a PHEC core. It's just either or. Just two different elements is fine. It doesn't care about Bloom, Anemo, no, Dendro, Anemo, and Geo. So it's within your best of interest to go for the other PHEC thing. Otherwise, I don't think it's really that bad though. Like, how much HP does he have? I think Stygian or Moe hasn't updated the league stuff yet. So I'll probably have to wait maybe for like next Wednesday. I believe he doesn't have that much. Actually, no, he does. I believe it is updated though. Let me see if I can find it. Stygian.moe. I keep saying the word Moe, but I'm not sure if it's intended. Yeah, it hasn't updated it yet, but if I recall correctly, I think the Wolf has. Or maybe like, what's the other website called? Lunaris. Yeah, Lunaris might have it. I think Lunaris will have it. Stygian Onslaught. Yeah, there it is. So if we look at Dire, the Wolf has about 10 million HP. The Talpa is only 7.7 million. It's not that much considering he's permanently Hydro. This guy will be probably the most challenging one because he does have quite a lot of HP, but I believe it does lose a certain portion of HP though. Like if we look at this mechanic, if the elemental star is destroyed by player, it'll take an instance of true damage, and an instance of true crit damage equals to 9% of its max HP for the first and second star deployed. It matches the star's element. If the non-crit unit is okay, it doesn't apply elements, and it applies the corresponding element can trigger elemental reactions. When they're both destroyed, the charging is interrupted, it'll be stunned for 6 seconds. But I assume this is like going to be longer for the Stygian variant. So 13 million is probably a lot, but I think you can still fight him normally. Though to be fair, I'm not sure if it starts off with a super high like Resh state. I think it's going to take a while to build up the thing though. If it starts at a super high rest set, which I don't think it does, so I think that's probably why they give it a lot of HP. Generally, enemies with a lot of HP tend to not have any sort of like bullshit resistant values, so it's really just a DPS check really. Hey Ellen, welcome. Welcome everyone on the YouTube side. I don't know how to watch it. Will successfully debut in the Abyss later? Stygian, it'll come out in Stygian first. Supposedly in the Abyss, I think, let's see if I can find it. Abyss is probably the next Abyss, I believe. So, which I believe is, this is the current one. Yeah, that's the current one. So, in about 2 more weeks, actually no, probably over a month, it should be coming next. Although this one's really not that bad of a lineup. The Abyss is kind of a joke nowadays, to be honest. So, it's really just Stygian though. No Zibai, no Nefer, no Wanderer. Yeah, but even then, it's like, you can use Zibai against a Talpa though. Like, whatever team that cannot be used against these two, you can probably use against a Talpa. Although, I would say, like, I think from what the video that I saw from a 7th run in the creator server is that the breaking the shield itself is actually not that bad. As long as you meet the requirement of having a Pyro or Electro Swirl, you can kind of just, like, anything goes. Like, Lunar Charge would be really good here. Or whatever other freaking teams that you have. And just because it wants Swirl doesn't mean you have to run Mono Pyro or Mono Electro. You can just run a team where you replace your Shilonen or your Restret unit with an Emo. Anyway, so like Kazuha, Sucrose, either way. So it's not that bad. Can C0 R0? Yeah, probably can. I'm not too sure about R0, but if you mean R0 without Inefa, probably no. Like, let's assume, I think I calculated the DPS last time. Let's assume it takes you like 10 seconds, right? So let's see if I can do this. Yeah, that's not quite right. Hold on. Oh, my monitor is above the game. Okay. Could probably rearrange that. Let's see if I can do this. There you go. So let's assume you take 15 seconds. Okay, 10 seconds to break, right? So that's 110 seconds. And let's say you're doing this twice, so you have 20 seconds off. So actual DPS, let's do 10 million. And you divide by 100 seconds. So like, yeah, that's a lot of DPS. But if I recall correctly, I think, let me see if I can find 7's video. I think 7 uploaded a video back then with, there it is. So we can watch this one. The music's gonna pause for a little bit, so let's see. Like, let's say we do this one, right? So it still takes normal damage. You see like Durian's thing there. And now like 7 seconds go. I guess I have to assume 15 seconds, right? So the DPS requirement for this guy is going to be like quite high. I would imagine like 110 or 120k would be a comfortable amount though. That's really, volume's really solid. Yeah, so how long did it take to break it? So let's assume spawning time. So let's say you set up everything. So it takes about probably 5 seconds. Okay, 5-6 seconds in order to spawn a shield. And we assume from 154, how long does it take to break there? So about 10 seconds. So that means the first 20 seconds is going to be focused on breaking the shield. This is Varka though, so he is kind of consistent. So let's say how many times does he do that? Does he lose any HP? I think, does he? I don't think he does, right? So he gains an Anemo ward, which you can't seem to break. So you don't actually deal damage to the guy himself. Okay, so he does take a small amount of recoil damage. 664,000 if we were to do the math. 411 divide by... That's a very small one. That's 6% of his health. So let's assume you're dealing with... Let's say you break twice, right? 7%. So you're only dealing with 14% true damage, which means the leftover will be give or take 0.86. I mean, you probably know the number already. So you're looking at 8.6 million. 8.6 million over the course of, let's say you take 20 seconds to break twice. Does he take 2 times? It's gonna take a while. Yeah, it does it twice, right? So let's say you take 20 seconds once. So that means you have to do DPS in 80-second timer, which will be about... Oh, that's not the right one. Hold on. So if we do 8.6 million, we divide by 80 seconds. So 107,000 would be a very like safe number. I think if you consider this is without doing any sort of resistance calculation. So I would imagine if you want to go for a comfortable amount, I would say 120k would be really nicer. No, it doesn't have 50% electro rest. That was a misinformation that they failed to update. It was a mistake and misinformation that they did from the leak side. So it doesn't have any real resistance. Remember guys, if the enemy has like over 10 million HP, chances are they don't really have any bullshit resistance or whatnot. You just need to brute force it for the most part. 8 million in 80 seconds will definitely want 30k. I mean, this is just like the safest like time, right? Assuming you take 20 seconds to break the shield twice, and that leaves you with 80 seconds. So now you have to do 8.6 million, around 8.6 to maybe close to 8.8 million in 80 seconds. But I mean, if you look at the run, it's also like okay, right? I think there's probably ways you can optimize this. Like let's say you do Kazuha with Sack Sword or something like that. You can wait for the ICD and try to build like a ER Sans Kazuha. I mean, and like he gets stunned for how long? So let's say, okay, it gets broken at 836.5, right? He gets stunned for very long. Yeah, he gets stunned for 15 seconds. About 16 to 17 seconds. So like, this is just a DPS check at this point. Like, this is actually just straight up as a DPS check. The new stadium lineup seems pretty doable. Yeah, it is very doable. I don't think it's all really that bad. I haven't really seen any sort of footage related to what's it called again? To the Watcher. Talpa was here from the very first Stygian. It's kind of like the OG Papilla shit. So if you're struggling against Talpa, then to be honest, I don't have anything to say to that. All I can say is just unlucky because you for some reason would have not enough. You don't have the right characters to deal with it. Unless you happen to only main Hydro characters, then sucks to suck, I guess. Yeah, Hydro Talpa is really just a good. Bro, I can clear that with a fucking 4-star overloaded team. There is no excuse that people cannot clear it. Unless they just don't have enough teams, which my response to that is why are you doing Stygian Onslaught? If you don't have enough teams for you use your best teams against the other two except for the Talpa, then my response to that is why are you doing Stygian? Go build your characters. Yeah, you can clear with like probably like the Shangling Vape team though. Double Shangling. That's crazy. So yeah, Abyss isn't what it once was. Now people are pumping their teams of Fearless Diet. Yeah, Abyss doesn't really feel all that crazy anymore. That's the unfortunate truth though. Everyone just goes for Fearless or Dire. If you can clear... That's the thing about Abyss, right? I feel like Abyss nowadays is like, most people can clear it. And if you're gearing your account towards Stygian, these people who are gearing towards Stygian and Fearless would very likely already have passed the need to 36 star in Abyss. Like, it's not even a problem. Nahida during Linnea on Talpa, yeah, but probably can, right? You can probably trigger Vape. You can do Vape Durin instead of a... I mean, if you do single target Dog Durin, you do single target. You kind of want to AoE. But I guess if you have Nahida, you could just hold E against the little Talpa so you can break them really fast so the guy doesn't recover his HP. Yeah, you can definitely run like a 4-star only team. You don't even have to run your premium teams. I would actually recommend saving your premium teams for that one. Who will be your 4th character? I don't know. Who do you want to be your 4th character? another maybe you can bring like a Hexarray character because you already have Durin there. You can go for the 35% rush threat, or you can get the Hexarray buff to enable Durin's damage or something. Having Abyss is something to aspire before they can do Fearless Stygian is a good thing. I mean, yeah, Stygian was released after Abyss, so to be honest, if you want to do endgame, clearing Abyss is the bare minimum because it's probably the lowest like barrier to entry because floor 11 does exist. And then once you clear floor 12 with all the things that's been going on, then you can probably go for Stygian. And it's not an ethereal stream if your boy doesn't continue to shill Imaginary Theatre of how it's not Stygian Onslaught and it requires a whole subset of skill, knowledge, and investment in order to actually get the 12 stars. Yeah. Oh, hey. I was gonna go pull Nicole, but I folded. I gotta say she's kind of good. She is good. Oh yeah, Nico, you're here. I am kind of just waiting on Ivis here, so I don't actually remember the Discord username because I forgot to like keep it inside this thing, which I use to keep track of people. So like, I can't do the Abyss and Theater help because it's their account. So maybe we might have to start off with the Nicole test for a little bit. Maybe like, yeah, we'll probably have to chill for a little bit though. My premium Venti team used to be 85k, but earlier with Bennett C0 R0 jumped up to 130k with Tail. Wait, what's Tail? Are we talking about R1? Wait, no, it's not R1. What is Tail? Trilling Tail? Trilling Tails? TTDS? Or are we talking like I don't know what other weapons there are. Alright, let me see if I can get this. And back to the music schedule. I have doubts on C0, Alucina, Mono Pyro. You're gonna vape though. In fact, you just run overloaded. You don't have to run Mono Pyro for Tulpa. Like, just straight up run like Alucino overloaded, and you should be fine. Like, just run Alucino overloaded, and any Pyro DPS is just gonna vape there. So it doesn't really matter though. Talons. Oh, Talons. I thought you meant Trilling Tails. 186. 186 is pretty good though. Granted, I'm not too sure how much Nicole's burst actually helps Venti, but I mean, supposedly it does more damage. It scales more of Nicole's attack if you have Hexarray, so there's that. But I would say it's not that big problem. Watch me struggle against Hydro Topal game. You know what? Speak of the devil, I guess since we're waiting on Ivis, we're gonna do the quote unquote Nicole test on a viewer account. I should probably swap it back actually. Man, your boy really has nothing to do. Like, because of the abyss, the spiral abyss actually gave me a bit of a fatigue that I don't really want to I don't want to make any more videos of Genshin until like the next season comes out. And next week in Malaysia we're gonna have like an over 1 week holiday, so I fully intend to take a lot of time on that. Granted, I guess by the time the Stygian comes out, it's the 27th, right? So by the time I'm done with Stygian, it's gonna be the new theater. The new theater is Pyro, Cryo, and Geo. So once again, it's a Geo check. I'm confident that people have Cryo characters built. I'm also somewhat confident that people have Pyro DPS, in quotation mark, because there's a lot of Pyro characters. Like what? How many Pyro characters do we have? Like, okay, let's look at the lineup. Aside from Mannequin, like how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20. We have 18 Pyro characters. Okay, we have 18 Pyro characters, and then Cryo, I think it's less than that. Cryo is actually that's 17, isn't it? No, that's even less than that. Yeah, that's 17. So 17 Cryo characters, 18 Pyro characters. Geo is the saddest one. I 100% will say people will struggle against it for the Geo. Because, and the sad part is because the Geo Crystal is actually very fucking good. Like level 1, you just trigger Crystallize, your entire team just gains like 70% elemental damage bonus. Like if you don't have enough Geo characters, I'm sorry, you are going to struggle against the next one. Granted, I believe the enemy was like what, Perpetual Mechanical Array or something. Wait, let me go take a look. I think Imaginary Theatre was it Nanoka. Nanoka has this, I believe. Let's see. Imaginary Theatre. I believe it was this one. This is the next one. Like guys. This is the boss, guys. Except for Seahorse. Seahorse will want Shangling. I will 100% confirm say that. Seahorse will want Shangling or Freeze Team or something. What's a lineup? We got Plea Shangling. Okay. If your Shangling sucks, there is a Trial Shangling, okay? Okay, you don't have Ayaka? Okay, we got Ayaka Chongyun. Pretty decent character. You don't have Geo characters? They give you 2 Geo characters already, and they're pretty good. We have the true goat Noel, and then we have Albedo doing Albedo stuff. Heck, you can even bring Aino and Kokomi for picking Lunar Crystallize, and Fischl and Prune for the Hexery stuff in case you don't have enough options with Mona. So yeah, like guys, Perpetual Mechanical Array, Magu Kenki. Okay, maybe this guy is gonna be a bit of a bitch because his shield is annoying and he doesn't really stay down for too long, so he's gonna be kind of a bitch. Either you run some sort of like, I don't know, Ayaka team, Geo Ayaka, Cryo Crystallized Ayaka team, or you run like Bennett Shangling. Either way works. And this one, I'm gonna say this straight up, this guy will... Last I recall, he only had 3 million HP. I wouldn't be surprised if they doubled that health. So yeah, you know, remember to grade your Geo characters. If you are in the Asia server and you have not added me as friend and you needed a top 500 Navia with C0, a 2-cost top 500 Navia, just remember to add me. Join the Discord. The Discord, there's a special chat called UID share where you can share your UID. So I'll try to accept whatever like friend requests I get, so that if I were to ever do theater clears, I would be 100% borrowing my own Navia because I don't trust everyone else's Navia. Why is Prune in your Nefair team? Oh no, I'm just farming friendship. I'm just farming friendship. I was doing my regular dailies and I realized, oh yeah, right, I got Prune. I need to bring her to friendship 10. And then I just replaced the 3rd slot with Prune. Your rerolls the buy piece? Yeah, the new Abyss, I'm gonna be improving my Alakino a bit. Hopefully I can get a 4 rolls, but I think I'm guaranteed a 3 rolls. So. Question about Iruwa's damage bonus on Geo on the burst. She just built him with Crown Burst, 1100. I don't know how much the damage percent works there. It's a quill. It's a quill. Let me see if I can find this. So if I do this. So if we look at Irua, right? Let me just look at my own one. I don't have any consolations, but I'm waiting for a linear rerun. Irua, I think he's level 9. So there you go. Irua level 9. So the damage bonus, wait, what does it say? Oh, it actually provides your damage bonus. Wait. Blah 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 blah. The deals damage one stack blah 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 to increase the blah 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 blah. This is not exactly the bonus that you think. Does it say Geo damage bonus? Wait, is it actual Geo damage bonus? Hold on, let me read this. Blah 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 blah. One stack will be consumed to increase the damage dealt. Increase damage if Geo damage blah 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 blah. If the Geo construct when he uses his burst, he gains stacks. Yes, I know that. That's interesting. Is it actual Geo damage bonus? Hold on. You know, now I'm curious. I thought that was like a flat edition. Because I know Lunar Crystallize is like a... Yeah, I know Lunar Crystallize was like a different one. I have burst, where do I? So if we look at this... So we got the standard 46%, right? So this one shouldn't have anything. Kind of what I expected though. Yeah, it is still a quill. It is still a quill, unfortunately. If this was actual damage bonus, it would have been a decent Geo unit. But unfortunately, this is just a flat attack bonus. So in other words, you can use him to buff Geo, but I'm gonna be honest, he kind of fucking sucks. Either you use him in Lunar Crystallize or you don't use him at all. I mean, I guess you do get a bit of crit rate, right? After unleashing the skill of burst, you gain a bit of 5 crit rate, 10 crit damage, which I believe Consolation 6 amplifies this to how much? Enhances this to 10 crit rate and 30 crit damage. It's about 50 free CV. Yeah, if this was actual Geo damage bonus, like it turns into damage percent, then it would have been Pog, but I believe it's just quills. It's just the same as like Shenhe and Yunjin, so... in other words, if you use Irua to buff your Geo, just use Goro. He's not going to be much better. Unless you add Crown Burst. Yeah. How much can he buff? I don't know really. Like, what, 1100 EM? I don't know how much Crown Burst is, but let's say I take my own one, it's 800, right? Where's my calculator? Oh, that's my calculator. If I do like what? 0.57 times... it's so small. 400 flat attack. Let's go. 450. What you guys like? 450. What's max up? 60%. That's a bit more, but not too much though. I might stop picking Ganyu C1 thinking that Liu characters are next to get buffs. I mean, C1 Ganyu is good, but you have to be a good enough player to deserve to play C1 Ganyu. I would have chosen Sino and Yae. I mean, it's fine, right? Because, like, okay, so how long has the patch been out? We've got 16 days, so about 16 days plus another 21, that's 37. 8 weeks is about 56. which means by the time 6.7 comes around, you'll probably have to play for about 16, 21, 3, 5 weeks, maybe halfway through the patch, you'll probably get the consolation selector, I think. So you can probably swap around this time around for Sino, yeah. Eh? Way too much defense percent, not enough crit damage, yeah. I found out I got a 0.2% Zibar and Akasha the other day, nice. Nice, it's always good. If your character reaches top 1%, you should be satisfied. Unless you only main like 3 characters, then you shouldn't be satisfied. Because the only thing you're going to be doing as a true main is farm the same artifact for the next 3 years in your life because instead of having fun with the game, you're going to be obsessed with making one number go bigger, I guess. I mean, I'm not dissing on any main, but you know, maining characters is nice and all, but as someone who used to main characters, you know, you ought to get a little bit of fun and try a bunch of different things every now and again. Which is why I go for every character. Wait. You'll be satisfied, but Ziba is 1 or 2% crit rate. My brain tells me I'm wasting stats. Are you using Harbinger of Dawn? If you're using Harbinger of Dawn, you're not wasting stats. Because I'm gonna ask you this question. If you're using Harbinger of Dawn and you're overcap on crit rate, I'm gonna ask you this again. Do you have a linear that can burst every other rotation to fix your skill issue because your Ziba is gonna get bitch slapped by the fucking enemy and your HP is gonna go below 90% and you're gonna lose 28 crit rate? If the answer is yes, then yeah, you're overcapping. If the answer is no, and just embrace your skill issue and overcap on that crit rate. Like just embrace. Where is my Harbinger of Dawn? You know, I don't think anyone has it. Remember, the requirement is 90% HP. 90% HP. If you have skill issue and your linear, you need your linear to burst every other rotation. If you suck at the game, you want Harbinger of Dawn crit rate just doesn't exist. Just pretend it doesn't exist. You think you overcap, and then you get slapped by your Geo Dog, and the next thing you know, you get applied by 10 stacks of corrosion, and now your HP is at 89%, and now you have 28 less crit rate. Go figure. And if you want to fix that, either you open your wallet to get signature weapon, or you improve your linear build, put her on Faf Bow, and make sure your Zibai heals every freaking rotation. Like every rotation, use linear burst. You never press Lumi. You never press a skill. You heal every rotation. Your health is gonna be maxed out, and you're always gonna get the 28 crit rate. But that depends on what kind of player you are. So you gotta ask yourself that question. There's nothing wrong with having skill issue. But there is something wrong if your brain has an issue, because if you're incapable of thinking around your skill issue. If you have skill issue and you have brain issue, I cannot help you with that. I can play on your behalf on your account, but like it's like kind of like in real life, right? If you have a lot of muscles, but you're compensating for the fact that you're Papega, that's okay. At least you have big muscles, you can carry big stuff, you look strong and intimidating. If you are lanky as shit, you look like you just escaped like being a prisoner of the Taliban or some shit like that, and but you have like, I don't know, 200 IQ or something, that's okay. At least you're smart. You may not have enough muscles, but at least you're smart. If you have neither, you should reflect on your life. You should reflect on your life choices and think about it. That's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah. Zibai. Okay, I gotta go look at it in first. Which one are you? A bit of both. I used to be I used to be skinny fat, but I started working out for like the past 2 years or so. So now I've gained a decent amount of muscles. So I'm not exactly like, at least now I'm still a bit fat, but at least I'm no longer skinny fat. So it's just fat with muscles. Feels good, man. Can Prune buff be useful to Luna characters when she doesn't give elemental damage bonus too? To be honest, running Prune with a Luna character is not going to be that great, right? Because Hexarray and Luna are two things that don't necessarily work together. If you're running Prune with Secret Rites, if you're running like a double Hexarray Prune, well, I mean, I guess technically you can use Prune for the attack buff, right? But you still need to run the team core that has 2 Hexarray units. Like, you can do I don't know, Nicole Prune with, I don't know, let's say you don't have enough Columbina Flints or something. Or instead of let's say you don't have enough, you can probably run like Columbina Flints, Nicole Prune. Like you funnel all your buff into Flints. But you're going to be wasting the Heaven's Gift set, which provides elemental damage bonus. Which means nobody in the team will benefit from damage percent. At that point, you may as well just run like Trading Tail Sucrose or Yansan or something. Like, yeah, Prune is only worth losing in Luna Charge because that's the only team that she can use the attack buff. Yeah. But honestly, just put the Sucrose in the back, man. You get Trilling Tails to buff your flints. You get the VV. Yeah, I mean, if you're cope enough, you can go for Instructors. So that's that. Where's this analogy going? It's going somewhere. It's about being introspective, chat. If you know you have skill issue, use your brain to fix it. If you have brain issue but you're good at the game, then that's okay. If you have a skill and brain issue, and you're trying to clear endgame and you're struggling, I think you should really ask yourself what you want to do in life. Sucrose really get revived because of Luna. I mean, Sucrose was never really like bad. It's just that she was always meta. It's just that she became much more relevant because of what Luna reactions are. The only hexing my work is Flints, Bina, Durin, Fischl. Durin, Fischl, Flints, Bina. Yeah, that works. That works. Okay, hold on. So there, Joko put a review. Let me see. Enka, why is there a random follower? It scared the hell out of me. Thanks. Throw Durin out and put Sucrose in. Throw. Okay, let me see if I can grab this UID. So Zibai. I feel like I've seen this Zibai before, right? Alright, so Joko T's Zibai, level 90. Yeah, the C6 R5, right? Oh no, C6 R1. I don't know. I don't know why, but every time I just see C6, my brain just defaults to R5. Why is your burst at level 9? Oh, I guess, yeah, I know, it's not crown, right? Wait, is this... Why is your burst at level 9? Oh, right, you're broke. I remember that. Sorry, I forgot about your circumstances. Stay tough, my brother. Oh yeah, you're using light bearing. That means you're missing a bit of crit rate though, right? But does Linnea gives crit rate, right? Let me see if I can find it. I think Lunaris is better for the search for this kind of stuff. Doesn't Linnea give crit rate? Actually, no, you're running Irua. Irua gives 10 crit rate, right? I assume you have C6 Irua, so you're probably over cap already. You could... I mean, what I want to say, you can go for more crit damage. Because obviously, I know that Zibai just gains a lot of like skill hits and the burst also gets buffed, but... Like, I'm trying to think, like, at some point, would it be better for you to go to defense? I wonder if we just open in Akasha. Well, what's the top 1%? This has to be like a... To be honest, I don't know what to expect. There is a... Okay, you do have defense percent rolls then. Top 1%. Where's that Zibai? There it is, top 1. Yeah, it's top 1%. It's literally top 1000 the Luna team. What can you do better? What are you re-rolling exactly? The goblet? No, okay, that one's fine. Create circlet. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. You don't have lock crit rate. Oh yeah, your circlet's your weakest piece actually. That's one roll there, one roll there. Is this 2 rolls? Is that only 2 rolls? Let me see. 1, 2. I don't remember what the dots mean. Can I at you? Yeah, true. Oh, you mean Joko J? Yeah. I think Joko has already shared their UID there. If I had Zibai, I'll probably pair her with Dahlia because that would be appropriate for my skill level. I'm not sure if that helps. Hold on. I'll be back in a bit. What was I gonna say? Zibai or Dahlia, just put the Zhongli in the back. Just put the Zhongli in the back. Oh, you run R5 Sacrificial Greatsword Noel. You know why? Because I'm the Noel main. I've done that before. Trust me when I say it works. Assuming that you proc Sacrificial, that is. Put the triple defense 4 Husk Sac Greatsword Noel in the back. You don't got Zhongli, that's fine. Get Geo Resonance. At least you have a good shield though. I would say like what? If we look at what exactly do you have? Yeah, you have 2 little crit damage. That's good. The top 1% is 307 crit damage. Overcap on crit rate, that's only 1 roll, right? Yeah, I don't disagree. I feel like top Zibais would probably go for more crit damage though. Your defense is even overshot. Let's see what the game thinks, right? So if I click leaderboard, if I keep sub-stat priority, so according to Akasha, you get more crit damage. Look at that. If you get 1 roll of crit damage, you gain 2% more, but your position goes from number 1086 all the way to top 300. If you get 1 roll of EM, I guess you get half of that, yeah? Yeah, you're very much overcap and everything else. Defense percent is overcap. I think based on what they're putting up there, you could probably lose a bit of defense percent, I reckon. Like, this piece is good, but I think if you can go for more crit damage, I don't know how you're going to do that though, because you have to like re-roll defense percent and crit damage, which you have to pray to God that it doesn't do that. How many pieces are you? Oh, this is a tree line, right? Oh yeah, this is also a weak piece. Because this is only like 1 roll into crit damage, 2 roll into defense, and 1 roll here. So there's only a tree line. If you want to really reach the top, right? I know this is really good, but like even then, you have to assume everybody at the top has a 4 line. When you're at the top 1%, one singular roll into the right stat will make the difference between you being number 5,000 to you number being top 1,000. It's a very competitive leaderboard. Mr. Streamer, can you copy paste the UID in the chat? Can you just put that in the Discord? We have a dedicated Discord chat for that. Come on, guys. I literally created a dedicated Discord text chat to share your UID. Go share it there. Does Prune give elemental damage bonus to everything? She gives like a, I think straight up a... Okay, now let me double check this. I go do that. Prune. I believe she just gives attack, right? She doesn't actually give like percentage based on the hex array stuff. Which one is it? Is it this one? I haven't unlocked it yet. Yeah. Increase based on a portion. Is this a quill? It sounds like a quill though. No, I think this is just this percentage. Yeah, this is just general damage percentage, right? That attack's damage will be increased based on a portion of Prince attack in excess of 2,000 when they become affected by the effect. Every excess attack point above 2,000 will increase the instance of that damage by 0.08%. So she just gives like all damage percent. It's convoluted the way that they phrase it, but I guess they just don't want to say that they buff your reaction. In simpler words, it just increases your attack percent, so you want your Prune to have as high as an attack as possible. Her talents do not matter. I'm just worried rerolling the feather and get low rolls. Is your feather a tree line? Your feather is... Oh, you got 4 rolls there. Okay, so I don't know why that's a bit more. Yeah, that's the one downside. You could... There's a chance you could reroll and we will go all into defense percent though. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth rerolling the feather. I'm not saying the feather is bad, but because you don't want more crit rate, because you're very much clearly over capped, I would say that... Yeah, I actually don't know. Most of your pieces are pretty good. You're just gambling at this point. Yeah, you're literally just gambling at this point, but like... You know what? Instead of doing that, how about you level up your burst? Is this... Wait, it's only level 9, right? Nah, man. Actually, no, you're broke, right? I forgot. Sorry, I forgot you have you're building everyone like me. So you're fellow brokers. Having well friends help? Yeah, well friends help. Pretty much odd. Luna DPS can use her... No. Because if you look at Prune's description, it specifies... Where is this thing? It specifies everything except for reaction damage. So no. Because things like this, Nefarious Elemental Skill is considered a Luna reaction. It's a transformative reaction. So transformative reaction do not care about generic damage percent, which is why you don't run a Dendro Goblet on Nefair or an Electro Goblet on Flints. So no. To put it to summarize things, right? You can use Hex Array with Luna teams, but you're probably better off using other options. Because your Hex Array core can be used on... It can be used as its own separate team that is just not Lunar in whatever Hex Array DPS you have. Or DPS that can benefit from the Hex Array core itself. Don't see him getting pegged. Fucking hell. Honestly, it would have been nice if you didn't spoil it. I would have been in for a surprise. But yeah. No, it would have been nice if you didn't spoil it, not gonna lie. To be fair, Omni kind of spoiled it though. Like, it would have been better if I just didn't know that. Let me see, how's the normal attack? Oh, she actually swings a hammer. Alright, okay. Ibis is still MIA, so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go log into Nico's account. And then, before that, let me see if I can... We're gonna do some Nicole tests. I'm just gonna set things up real quick. Let's see. Alright, Nico. It's time to see what the Kinish, the Pixel Enjoyer is gonna be looking like. I know your stats are Pog. You have the team, you have the unit that unfortunately I do not have, so I'm actually quite excited to see how this is gonna go. So we're gonna start off by testing the Kinish team. Unfortunately, actually no, I have to double check your MAD. As a top 4% MAD owner, I will stare. I will judge. Toon has insane energy problem. I assume you don't have C4, yes. If you don't have C4, then you very likely will have energy problems. Alright, let's see. So if I close that one, what was I gonna look at again? Alright, so I've closed my Akasha. I don't remember my standings though. Satch. Satch. I didn't expect you to read chat. What do you mean? You didn't expect me to read chat? I'm driving in the middle of nowhere in GTA. What was I supposed to do? If I'm busy shooting someone, then yeah, maybe. Okay, we're gonna go somewhere safe. Let's go take a look at what other options we have. Around top 10%. Okay, that's good. So what are we looking at for you, Nicole? There's a fly. I'm not gonna stop the fly. 3.2k attack with... Okay, 168 ER. I assume it's triple attack with all of Sworn. Okay, so you can get away with that. So that's about 216 ER. We got 4 Celestials, 196. Okay, so the burst doesn't matter too much. And what else are we looking at? Well, what about your Kinish? What's your Kinish looking like? I know your Kinish was good, but I don't remember how good. Okay, 230 crit damage. 230 with Fang, so it's 100. It is C1 though. So that's a 2-cost Kinish. So you get faster movement speed, which is actually kind of good. And crit 100 crit damage, wow. Fully peak C1 moment. Emily, what's she running? JWS Deathmatch? Okay, standard Deathmatch. Battle Pass standard, 199. I should probably crown my Emily one day, but I don't have a signature, so I'm kind of like, whatever. So that's that. Durin, I assume your Durin is on Hexarray, right? Is it on... Oh, Deepwood. Okay, you're running Deepwood Fafirin. Double Crown, alright. Still decent stats, okay. So, we're just gonna jump in. Let me think of the rotation. So what would the rotation be like? So it would be like what? MED skill. I think we do Durin first, right? How long does Nicole's skill last? I need to double check. That faster movement is so fun when I run around. To be honest, that faster movement speed does matter if you're trying to go against enemies that are the size of a fucking the New York's Empire State Building. Like, you want to get the dead zone, but like it's too far, so you just stand there like, okay, I guess I'm not gonna make it in time for the burning proc. So it's so damn annoying. Is it 15 seconds? It's 15 seconds, right? Or 20 seconds. Kenosis. But correct me if I'm wrong, I have to wait like 3 seconds, right? Like, because there's a Grace of Kenosis, and I think it gets upgraded to how much? Guidance of Kenosis. So you don't actually gain the maximum attack stack until the first 3 seconds of observation gets obtained, right? Let me see. Guidance of Kenosis. Guidance of Kenosis, you get another 300 additional attack. Another character remains, another character that's under Hexarray. If it's Hexarray, I believe it's immediately, right? Yeah. Ascension Talent, when nearby character hits Nicole's own Grace, will be upgraded immediately for 8 seconds. Characters other than Nicole have Guidance leave the field, the effect will revert back to Grace. Okay. So I have to stand there for 3 seconds, right? I just do 2 NA then E. Oh yeah. I think I saw a video about that. I think Seven made a video with that. But he did like a 5 cannon or 6 cannon no burst combo or something. So that's that was something special. If I send my UID on the server, which server? It's kind of dead. What do you mean it's kind of dead? You put it there as a repository, not as a like. I don't want the server to be alive. Every time I wake up, I see the server alive, and I just see like 40 messages. I'm like, what did I miss? Me just start being concerned, having to worry about moderation because people talk in the server. I would actually, personally, I would rather the server be dead than be alive. True and real. The UID one? Oh no, just put it there. The main point of that place is for a repository. You just put it there so that like, you put it there and then like your in-game username so that we know who's who. So that if we ever need to like add each other or someone adds one another, we know who that's gonna be. It's not just like some random stranger, but like, oh my god, look at this random Japanese dude adding me, wow. Discord link, you can type ! Discord in order to get the link. I have to wait 3 seconds, Satch. I have to do 2 normal attacks, right? So we can do like a 2-minute timer or something? Holy, what was that delay? Where did my shot go? Where did my shot go? Hold on, reset. 150 ping did not feel this laggy, bro. Let's wait for a second. That was way too fast. Okay, yeah, I need to redo that. Pretty much memorize it. You already no. I mean, yeah, just put it there so that people know who's who. Let's just redo this again. How fast can I swap? There is a weird awkward delay. I don't know why the server has been kind of whacked recently. Do that. I'll do like maybe 2 more rotations. I mean, it's not bad, right? 140. Like Kinish being super fast is like something. Exclamation mark. No space. No space. Exclamation mark. Discord. No space. Is this the new Kinish best team? Yes, it is Kinish's new best team. I mean, because you have like what? Like how strong is Nicole's shield? It's equivalent to Nefa, right? So you have probably a shield that's probably like over 10k plus. You have double pyro for pyro resonance. You have Nicole to lower Durin's ER requirements. So if you can pre-funnel most of the particles to Durin, you can probably build him. You can probably run Deep Wood Memories with a DPS weapon, I reckon. I don't think it would have that much of an energy problem. Yeah, 140k for how many costs is this? 6 costs? 6 costs? Yeah, 6 costs. Actually, no, 7 costs. It's 6 costs because it's a signature and constellation one. I would say C0. I can see C0 being like a 110, 120k team. Granted, we are competing with C6 Yan Sun, so that's asking for a lot. I was expecting 130k. No, this is definitely a bit better. Yeah, I'll do one more time. See if I can do the rotation better. What if I like do Nicole first? I wonder if I should do Nicole burst though. I'll do one more rotation. One more rotation should be enough. So we do that. I missed the last shot. Let's just assume 140k, right? So I think pre-funneling during Nicole to Durin will be better. Okay, let's see if we do Nicole this. Oh, I forgot how to forgot to play the game for a second. I can smell the DPS loss from a mile away. Do you guys smell that? Smells like a DPS loss. Did I just miss my shot? Okay, we're just gonna reset that again. What does Durin give Kinesia? 35% rest shred in Hexarray. 35% rest shred, and then combined together with Deepwood, so you get another 30% rest shred. So you're getting 65% Dendro rest shred, which does matter quite a bit because enemies with Dendro rest shred is very annoying. Yeah, what Nico said. Loma's event weapon is really good, right? Which one? The Aetherlight Spinner Dude? Yeah, Aetherlight's good. I got Night Weaver. Do I give that to Loma or Nahida? If you give it to Loma, you can afford to run ER Sands though. Would it be better to give it to Nahida? I feel like it doesn't matter, right? If I recall correctly, it gives Luna Bloom damage bonus. Oh no, you have to trigger Luna Bloom, right? I think it should be better if you give it to Loma. Because I believe, if I recall correctly, you need to trigger Luna Bloom to enable the passive. Alright, let's do 4 rotations like that. So burst, she truly has the burst animation of all times. There you go. I can really smell it. To be honest, I feel like it's not that much different. Okay, like 3rd rotation. It's crazy that he's doing 300k per cannon shot. Yeah, I can smell the DPS loss from a mile away. But that's fine though. That's actually better because Nicole burst outside of X-ray is in fact a DPS loss. I wish I knew the timing to get this up out of the way. Yeah, it's like a few K DPS loss. I think if I did it a bit more optimally, then maybe we can probably get a bit past 140k. This team reaching 140k shouldn't be impossible though. It's not that... Yeah, I mean, I do feel it. In fact, I think I would argue the DPS loss only exists because you have to do Nicole's burst animation. If she had like no animation and she just does the thing in like half a second, I think it would be the same without using it. But yeah. How much would Loma perform with Kinish? Loma doesn't do anything with Kinish. Or does Loma add to... Actually, no, Loma does have Rest Shadow. I mean, I guess if you're running Loma with Deepwood, but why would you do that if you have Durin though? You may as well just go run a Hyper Bloom team with, I don't know, Al Hatham, and you can probably get a low 100k team. Konbawa, konbawa. There you go, Ibis. Perfect. Yeah, Loma doesn't do anything to that one. Yeah. The only thing that she really brings to the team is the fact that she can hold Deepwood, which anybody can hold Deepwood. It doesn't matter who it is. And the other unit would be, what's her name called again? Yeah, the only thing she would give would also be 25% Dendro Rest Shred. So outside of that, she doesn't really give anything. Since you're not going to be using the Elemental Burst, you can probably give her Trilling Tails, but it's like... You have a unit that's designed to make Hyper Bloom a viable team, why would you run that with Kinish, you know? At that point, just go run Nahida or something. My idea would be lost in the source my world because I'm not a whale, I don't add any characters to it. Ah, yeah. I mean, it's better than nothing, right? At least we need to know who's who. Hello, could you run Deepwood on Durin? This is Deepwood Durin. Oh, resin cap, I see. This is Deepwood Durin, so we got about 139 to 140k. I think if I manage to get a 6-shot Kinish, 6-shot Kinish burning, maybe you can get like a bit more 145, but I would say to be safe, 135 to 140k is pretty good. But it is a 6-cost team with C1 R1 though. I think if we assume no signature, maybe no consolation, I would give or take maybe 115 to 120k would be possible, but that depends on how good the Kinish build is. Okay, what other teams can we test? What's a Hexarray? Wait, is there a Hexarray DPS here? Oh, there is Venti, right? Wait, how much do you get for your Venti DPS team? I'm actually quite curious. Like, how much did you get for your Venti team? I guess we can technically skip Bennett now, right? Okay, where's this Polar Star venting? Is it marked? Is it at the top? There it is. Okay, what's his name called? What's the name called? Faruzan? Faruzan? Where's Faruzan? There it is. I'm actually quite curious. I want to see this. So this one is 18 seconds, so it's actually better to do. Now we do this first so that we can get the thing up. I have not tested. Oh, that'll be nice. I only open my world when I need something from other people. I mean, it's fine. I mean, you're the one who needs help from other whales, not them. So it would be good to provide context on who you are. Otherwise, they just see a random person adding them. Like, who the fuck is this angeloid person? I don't know who it is. I don't know who it is. Do I even use burst here? Now I'm actually kind of confused. I feel like burst is a DPS loss for Venti, but I don't know. What weapon is this? Polar Star, right? I feel like burst feels like a DPS loss here. I don't know, man. Am I playing this wrong? I'll do one more rotation. I think we have to skip Nicole burst. I don't think the damage is worth it. I think we have to skip Nicole burst. Yeah, we're gonna skip Nicole burst. Let's wait for Durin burst to end. Definitely a 100% DPS loss. I can smell the DPS loss from here. So we should have Polar Star max stacks. She is a side grade. So, isn't the buff supposed to be stronger if the character's a swirl? Oh no, that's Prune. Would it be better if I run Nicole Prune instead though? What does Nicole Burst actually do? It does damage. I believe the crit scales is basically like a unique quill. Well, it's not exactly a quill. It basically does a coordinated attack, but it scales off Nicole's attack. But correct me if I'm wrong, the crit scales off your active character. The attack scaling becomes stronger if the active character is a Hexarray unit. That's what I remember. So basically, if you're not Hexarray, you likely will not be using Nicole Burst. If your active character is Hexarray, then you will have to use Nicole Burst. I have not raised Prune and she's only C1, I see. Yeah, Nicole Burst is not a DPS loss, but it's not that big though. It's like we consider like 80, like 1 minute, 20 seconds, right? Which is like 80, 90 seconds. We're only getting like not that much difference. Because correct me if I'm wrong, Polar Star wants normal charge skill burst, which we just have to charge up the normal and charge before we do both the skill and the burst to gain the 2 attack stacks, right? So we can gain 3 stacks of Polar Stars and snapshot that into Venti burst. And we also snapshot the Nicole buff. I mean, like, it doesn't feel that much different. Obviously, it is a Bennett side grade for me. It definitely feels like a Bennett side grade for me, though. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, because I know this is not right. Okay, wait, let me swap back. What is your Kinishi? What is your Durin using? What is your Durin using? Wow, look at that. What does your Durin use? I think because 78k doesn't make sense for this team. If my non-Nicole team with Bennett can already reach like 75 to 78k. So I would imagine if you get a proper Durin, I think 85k to 90k will be possible, I think. What's your original Durin using? Is it also like the 4-piece Hex-Ray or something? Well, what's the build looking like? There's a Miss Splitter right there, suspiciously empty. Or is it Jade Cutter? Surely it's Jade Cutter right now, she's overcap. Is it Miss Splitter Durin? That looks awfully like a Miss Splitter Durin. What are the stats? You're running a 2-piece 2P. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna take like, I assume your Kirara's holding the piece. You know what? Let's just do whatever. You can adjust it later. She's usually on Miss Splitter, I see. You know what? Oh no, you're running let's see. I assume it's a 2-piece noblesse, 2-piece something. So let's try to go I assume Kirara's running that build. So it has to be a character that is usually running Deepwood. That definitely looks like a character that's usually running Deepwood, I'll tell you that. Or is it Daya? No, not Daya. Daya is the old Deepwood owner. So this is attack. Let's see. Definitely not in Nefa. Because Deepwood in Nefa doesn't make sense. Is this an off? I have no idea. Why is that locked? That's a fascinating unlock. Law Orientation, get out of here, thank you very much. Okay, so this one, you really not have, surely you have better Pyro Goblin. You do have better Pyro Goblin. Technically, isn't it better to run attack, right? Because his burst damage accuracy skills of attack, so I assume you're running Pyro Goblin and Durin, that's fascinating. Because I know my Durin runs attack Goblet, because if I recall correctly, he gains the quills for his burst based on how much attack he has, so there's that. Now I'm trying to think about like, what's the optimal thing to do? So let's say you got 2 Noblesse, right? Do we have an attack sense on Noblesse, or do we have to run double emblem? You know what? Let's just take from the Sara. You're not running Sara, let's be real. Nobody runs Sara in this economy. That's a good Hydro Goblet. That's surprisingly not on Yolan. That's crazy. That's crazy. Why is that not on Yolan? What did you do? Who stole that fucking Ayato? Okay, hold on. So I'm gonna try to see if we can get some attack right here. So we just want to care about the attack. See if there's a good attack goblet we can take. It's on. Okay, we can take this one. What's the third one? We'll take this one. And I need to see. That's it. There's a crit rate circlet, right? How much crit rate are we looking at? We're looking at a good amount of crit rate, so we can still maintain a crit rate circlet. We got 2 pieces of that, so we need to have a noblesse crit rate circlet, which you only have 1. That's a feels bad moment right there. That's definitely a feels bad moment. So I give him KO, so we try to go 2-piece, right? 124 ER. I think we can get away with this though. I think we can get away because we can pre-funnel Nicole into that. I assume the ER requirements are going to be non-existent. You have a crown skill, so that means you're going to get 36 flat energy. So the energy requirements are going to be quite slow. Is it recommended that Durin needs to run the Varka artifact set because I have it on Emblem? Not really. It depends on... thing is like the gift set just depends on what your second Hex-Ray is, right? Like, it depends on... It's like, is your second like unit a support? Is it like a Hex-Ray support? Like if you have Prune there and your active DPS is not a PHEC character, then Prune can run the gift set. If you're running Nicole, oftentimes Nicole is going to be the one running the thing, yeah. So it depends. It just really depends on who your second Hex-Ray unit is. Alright, let's go do this again. Let's see. Yeah, ER requirements are quite trivial. I should be using... Okay, no, let me cancel this. I'm gonna reset that. What was that? I forgot to use burst. Burst is actually a DPS increase though, so give me a moment. Is it done yet? You know what's crazy is the fact that Hoyo actually did improve the UI a bit because we now have unique emblems or icons to indicate the buffs for newer characters. Isn't that just kind of fucked up? Actually, no, we have Venti, so energy requirements are also quite trivial. But just remember that. There you go, 90k. Look at that. $85k? I mean, probably 90k, yeah. I pressed the wrong button, but that's fine. Venti's got it. Yeah, 93k. This is exactly what I'm expecting from a 5-cost team. Well, to be fair, it's a 6-cost team because it does have Misbit. Okay. I love the damage distribution in this team is funny. Look at that. I mean, I know Venti does most of the damage, but it's crazy how Durin does like a quarter of the team's damage. I mean, I'm actually surprised Faruzan and Nicole even does damage in the first place. That's insane though. I'm interested in the other new artifacts that has related to Superconduct. I'm glad they're bringing back almost every all reaction. I half agree with that because with what we are hearing, if you're not into leaks, then I won't spoil it. Yeah, I mean, you've seen what they done with Lunar Reaction, so I'm just hoping that if they were to like create the Stellar Conduct thing, right? I just hope all Naya characters can trigger it. Because if they make it so that you want the 5-star support to make your old character good again, that's gonna suck a lot. During is just built like that, yeah, 6 costs. I mean, this is actually not bad. Remember, like. Maybe you guys forget and maybe you guys have been fucking not cry pilled or something, but 90k is still a good number. 90k is still a pretty good number. Like if you, let's say the Nicole is only level 6 burst. If the Nicole was a level 9 burst, then we might be seeing maybe a few thousand more increment. Then I think it wouldn't be impossible to actually get a 100k Venti team. And plus it is Polar Star. Polar Star is a limited 5-star. If you go for Daybreak, then I think reaching the low 105 or 110 should have been possible though. All this buffs is kind of low. Yeah, I mean, it's decent for me though. Copium DPS Mono Pyro Kazu and got 92k. Yeah, but it's like, it's not bad. It's just, it still can be better. I think it's not fair to look at this number yet because the Nicole only has level 6 talent. If the Nicole's level 9 talents, I think reaching maybe get a 3 to 5k more DPS should be possible. Or at least like 2 to 3k more DPS, so it should be decent. In my eyes, this is decent for an old team though. Like, it's like, yeah, you have to remember, like, some people are so dedicated they can make that 8-cost Kaching team do 120k, 130k DPS. Yes, those they exist. They're called Chinese players. They're called the mainland China, the CN players over on Bilibili. If they can run a Mist-Splitter Kaching C6 with Kazuha Freedom Sworn with C2 and get 120, 130k DPS with the 8-cost team, then you can too. It just depends on who exactly it is that you want to bring to that level. Level 10 skill, yeah, I think level 10 skill might be able to, Crown skill and burst, yeah. Crown skill and burst might be able to bring it a bit higher. And granted, this is only Oathsworn, right? Like, remember, we haven't considered this is with Oathsworn with the energy. So what if let's say the artifact is a bit more ER, the substats has maybe like, let's say every piece has 20 ER, right? Let's just put the top 1% Nicole ideology. Every piece has 3 to 4 rolls of ER. It's 20% each, so now Nicole without any sort of ER sands can probably sit at like 180 to 190. And keep in mind, the ER requirements here is very low because Durin provides a whole lot of energy particles, and Venti provides a 15 energy refund for the entire team. So her burst requirement, her ER requirement goes down by quite a lot. This boss ain't even out more than a week, so 190 is all I got. Yeah, that's fair, that's fair. I'm just saying that it can be better. It definitely can be better. It just needs a little bit more investment in that end. But I think it's decent though. I mean, I think it's good. I mean, my Venti, my freaking what? 1, 2. I'm running Bennett, so Durin Venti with Skyward Hop. My 2.5 cost Venti team can already reach like 75, 76k. So I would imagine if I were to run my Pavilion Venti with Nicole, I think I can reach the exact same number. Like I wouldn't even be surprised if I reach 85 to 90k because of how good my Pavilion build is though. Going for Durin signature? Yeah, Durin signature is decent. If I get Nicole, I will throw it to Nicole's. I'll throw it to Lanyan. What does Nicole's signature do? Let me go back. I need to get reminded of this. All that matters is that you're fighting your wallet if you do that 190k, or you can just get good artifacts. You know. I mean, you can just get good artifacts. Okay, let me see. So, what is Nicole's signature again? I don't remember the exact stats that it does. I just know it buffs like damage or some shit. It buffs like attack percent, right? Attack increase when they create a shield. Wow. Increase your active party members' damage by 10% for every 1000 attack you have maximum. Okay, so you want to go for 2.600 attack. 2.6k attack shouldn't be impossible with this set. 49 base attack, which means you're looking at a 741. Is this 741 at level 90? I think it's 741 for level 90 or something. Or it could be 674. No, that's 741. Yeah, that's 741 at level 90. Let's see. Restore 14 energy. Okay, pop. The aforementioned thing can be triggered once every 14 seconds. Okay, so the one before. Can be triggered when any chest is open in combat. What do you mean? Let me... Why? Oh yeah, man. Let me open a random chest and gain an... Oh, you gain energy from opening chests? Yo, what the fuck is this exploration creep? What is this exploration creep? So you open a chest, you can also gain an attack buff, which does nothing, but you can gain energy to the user? Yo, that's actually exploration creep. But that means if you open the chest with Nicole, if you open the chest, does it say you can do off-field? You can open the chest and still get energy. That's busted. Not busted, but like that is unheard of, man. It's not like her burst does anything for exploration. I mean, like, still better than nothing, right? I mean, what's next? If you open if you kill a Hilichurl, you're gonna gain a 100% movement speed or something. Open chest in Stygian, true. Open this chest to get 5 healing. All this to trigger Nicole's weapon. Let's see. If your own Hexarray character is off-field in the party, they will also gain 50% of damage increase on Pathfinder's Light. So this effect is doubled to 39%. Let's see. Increases your active party. So it's active party and that. 50% of the damage increase. So that means if you have Durin, if you have someone like Durin or an off-field thing, you gain more damage increase. So you gain 39%. I mean, it's pretty good. I believe the weapon should be like a 8 to 10% increase according to what Jamie calculated. So yeah, that's good. What other teams can we test though? I don't have Nicole, and I don't know if Lady Luck or RNGesus is gonna give me anything. If I don't get anything, I don't mind because I'm gonna go for Sandrone because I'm basically guaranteed her at this point. And anniversary is coming soon, so I still have the free one-time bonus. If I want to swipe, I can swipe before the anniversary drops, because otherwise they're gonna reset the thing. Speaking of anniversary, oh no, that's still in September, so not August. So that means I can technically swipe for Sandrone, but I don't feel very inclined to swipe for anything right now, so I'm kind of like whatever. Linz with Nicole instead of Sucrose. Wait, what's the team gonna be like? Oh, I guess no, we could do Nicole Sucrose. No, I can't do Nicole Sucrose, right? Wait, can we do a non-Flints in Alpha team? What's your Flints in Alpha team looking like? Genshin just taking shit out of the ass. What is exploration creep? A normal thing to say. I know, right? That's the thing. It's like everyone talks about power creep, but when Natlan character came out, I saw these characters for their value. Exploration creep. Like, I don't like my OG exploration team was Sayu. I think Sayu Wanderer. Yeah, Wanderer, Sayu, Yerlan, and I think Rosaria or Chiori or Deya for the movement speed buff. I think it was Chiori. And then the moment Natlan characters came out, the only character that still stayed there is Sayu. And I replaced Sayu with Shen Yun because Shen Yun is she can move better than Sayu a little bit. So like everyone looks at Natlan for power creep. I looked at it for exploration creep. You can climb walls, you can fly, you can swim on water faster. Like what the hell, man? This is busted. And then you pair it together with like Maoika. Oh man. The speed never ends. Okay, what was this again? Flints. So what are we expecting for Flint's team exactly? Like what numbers are we looking at for Flint's? Because we still need a Hydro unit, right? So let's say, what if we do like a Hexarray core, right? So what if we do, let's look at the Flint's team. I assume Yasukuros is going to be 4 VV, the standard. Our resident Trilune Goddess is going to be chilling right there. So we can do this. Let's look at the damage. Let's do 3 rotations. We'll do 3 rotations. And then I think maybe we'll swap the core. What if we do Nicole instead of Inefa? That would be so funny though. Oh no, I have an idea. What if we replace Inefa with Fischl? And then we replace Sucrose with Nicole? So we will buff like Fischl's damage. And we give attack to the entire team. Sandrone will blow them out of the water. 4-second cooldown with 6-second uptime. I mean, TGS did a calculation and Rem posted an image that she only does like 94k. But granted, 94k with Yae and Chi-Chi is not bad. Like, it's not bad at all. Exploring her E's dash. I mean, it's better than nothing. Perfect. I mean, you only have one Sandrone. I mean, regardless, I mean, I'm gonna chill, right? Supposedly there's gonna be a new area in the summer event, but I'm not gonna spoil it. Only 120k. Bro, I'm like fucking not cry pilled. Even I'm not cry pilled. Even your boy can't escape from this. One more rotation. Is Sucrose running VV? Sucrose is running VV. Just not whatever the other weapons are. I mean, Trailing Tail should be the best though. No, in FR Burst? Why would you use in FR Burst? In FR Burst is a DPS loss though, if I recall correctly though. Arlecchino, Yearlan, Kazuha is probably my favorite exploration team since I have no Nalan. Yeah, I mean, there are other ways to do around it. It gives EM? It gives EM? Is it a DPS loss or is it not a DPS loss? Like, the reason why I skip in FR Burst is because people said it's a DPS loss. With Paddle? Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we are running Paddle. And to be honest, I do like her Elemental Burst, but yeah. It is a DPS loss, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You know what's crazy? Inefa's constellations are the most resident sleeper constellations ever. It's basically like, if you exist as Inefa, you just get, what's the word for it again? You just get extra instance of actual Luna charged stuff. So it's like, her constellations are so boring. Oh, we're getting 120k for 1 second. Or should we test over 2 minutes? Every other rotation. I don't know, I'm just pressing buttons at this point. But I think we're seeing like 120k lah. 118 to 120k. Oh my god, it reached 130k! I love oh my god, did the Flints crit? Yeah, but how much EM is it though? That's a real question. Oh, I didn't get the Hydro Rest. That sucks. What, the new 6.7 enemy mechanic? It has a shield. Apply Super Conduct to get shield. If you are Stellar Conduct, then the shield goes down faster. I mean, what do you expect? It's freaking Hoyoverse. Some guy in the design team really has he has something going for shields. I don't know why. I don't know what. I would rather a 30 million HP fucking plunge bot rather than a freaking 1 HP enemy that has a 3 bajillion shield HP or something. Okay, 125 here. Now this looks like a Flint. That looks like a Flint team. And when you be running my endgame, I'll test one more team and then I'll probably hop on after this. when I'm going against, when I'm in a shield making competition and my enemy is Hoyoverse, and then you just see the image of like Squidward just like squinting his eyes, just like being shocked. Peak Hoyoverse. When I'm in the not listening to community feedback competition and my enemy is Hoyoverse, yeah, the Squidward nose deflates and then the eyes just pops out. I love that meme. Okay, so let's say we replace this with a X-ray. Let's do Nicole, and the other one. I'm quite curious though. I'm quite curious. Okay, Fishal. Now this is gonna be fun. So we can actually skip burst on Nicole because it doesn't do anything. So this time we actually have to delay, right? I assume we have to wait for the logo, right? Let me check. How does the logo look like? Okay, it just looks like that, right? So if I go to this... Ah, okay. So it does actually convert. Okay, nice. So we'll wait for the buff to end. I know how it looks like then. Okay, cool. Watch this go 85k. To be honest, I think 100k shouldn't be possible though. I want to be optimistic, you know? Just a little bit optimistic. That seems like normal damage though. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not surprised. 90k. Yeah, 94, 95k. Not impossible. Yeah, 93 to 95k, I think. 93 to 95k. This is exactly the number that I would expect. 90k, yeah. That's the one thing I don't like about Flint is that all of his damage is just banked into like 2 hits. Do I have a favorite character? Not really. Well, I mean, I'd be lying, but in terms of characters that I really enjoy, that I don't dislike, Baressa and Arlecchino. That's undisputable. I will not take no for an answer. But yeah, it's roughly 90k. 90k plus a little bit. It's not good, but it's also not bad. I think at that point, you may as well run the Binefa wheelchair team. Do the abyss? Nah. Nah, there's no point for me to do that. Why is there a random follow? Hi. That's an interesting name for Houdini. Thank you for the follow. So we can see Carl. Yeah, but no, but the thing is, I'm gonna wait for Ibis to come back because I don't know. I wanted to do the abyss first, but I forgot their username. I forgot the username in Discord, so I don't remember I don't remember who they are. I'm looking at my thing right now. I don't remember. I don't record their username. I forgot who it is. So that's the reason why I can't go in because I don't know. It's still Ibis, is it? Let me double check. Is it self-name? Maybe I should refer that. Oh, it is. Okay. Okay, this is something. All right. I'll leave you back at Tavat, and we can conclude our testing for now. That is interesting, though. That is interesting. Fuck, I'm stupid. No, let me just put it on the thing regardless. Just so I know who's who. I need to keep track of this. Yeah, it's fine. We were going to do the test regardless though. So the Abyss and Theater shouldn't really take too long. So give me a moment and then let me try to deal with the login stuff. Assuming that the details are the same. Yeah, we can probably finish Abyss in 15 minutes. And then I want to give or take Theaters like 30, 40 minutes. Cross my fingers. I don't hope to die. I hope it's 30 minutes. Now let me just double check the region in case I'm stupid. Asia, okay, good. Inenfa's burst giving an EM boost based on attack, 6%. Oh, yeah. That's what the Twitch chat said. So that's that. But even then, it's still a DPS loss because the animation's too long though. I'll wait till Malwika banner pull her. Maybe you can test her with Nicole. I don't want to test Malwika with Nicole. It's like I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sick of Malwika, but at the same time, I'm also like, you know, Malwika is like the honor student in your high school. You know, it's like it doesn't matter how difficult the exams get. She's literally the top honor student. Why would she would not have any issue? And even if she struggle, is like let's say in terms of meta, if I were to translate it to like exam standards, right? So we got 0 to 100 as a testing score. The higher the better. Maoika is like, she always scores a 90 or a 95. Sometimes she gets a 100 when she tries hard enough. Even if the examiners were to change the syllabus and make the syllabus be the final exam be much different than what the students were used to, she will still get a 90 and worst case an 85. That's what Maoika is to me. It's like I know she's good. I don't want to know how good she can get. Because it doesn't matter what we do, it doesn't matter what content they release, she's just gonna be good. You know? Not doing floor 11? I mean, no, they didn't have time to play the game. They didn't have time to play the game, so that's why the Abyss was like that. Granted, do we have an affair? Oh, we have Hyper Bloom, that's better than nothing. Oh, we do have an affair. Why is the arrangement like this? Oh, it's all level 89 character. It's like, it just reminds me of my own like first world problem. I have so many characters at level 90, I actually struggle to find characters sometimes. And I have like 2 level 95 characters and 1 level 100, so sometimes I look for a cookie and I was like, where's my cookie? Where's my cookie? And it's like, oh, she's just down there. Okay. Is what it is. Is this Sucrose running any Sucrose? Is this min-max Sucrose? No, it's VV Sucrose. Okay, cookie it is. Cookie Shinobu. Where you at? First half is Pyro Shield. Maoika lah. Wait, no, let me check your Alakino. I feel a bit spicy today. Ooh, same stats. Oh, C1. Okay, yeah, you know, let's speaking of the Maoika run, let's go have a bit of a break, you know? Let's go run something different today. Oh, that's Shilonen. Okay. And good old Ben Bon. Where's Bon Bon? Where's Ben Ben? No, I'm not talking about Jet's little partner. There you go, Ben. Perfect. So we'll do that, and it should be good. While we're talking about what temperature? Oh no, it's always hot. I have my AC on right now. Otherwise, I'll be sweating, man. You know, it's kind of funny that entry is like... What's the word for it? It's kind of funny that entry D combo for Olakino is actually a bit of a DPS increase. Because I tested 2 different overloaded teams. I believe I managed to get like 97 to 98k for my Olakino overloaded team. And I think it was a 92 or 93k with the N5D combo. So it's just kind of funny to just think about. You're not dead. Why they're not dead? There they are. That's minor fair. You die. There you go. I forgot to turn on the song request. Actually, I'll turn on the song request in a bit. There you go. Time is going. A 2500 attack gives a 150 EM boost to everyone. Ooh, okay. I mean, 150 EM is not bad, but considering how much damage you actually lose by doing that, it's kind of you know. Sacrificial. Okay, so that's already going to be ready for the Mandragora. Perfect. Because it has higher bond of life and shorter animation. Oh, really? I mean, animation being shorter, I do agree, but I didn't know the bond of life scaling was higher. I thought, because I knew like the difference wasn't really like big, but yeah. Oh, you mean because you don't do the N4, you consume less bond of life because you do less hits, which means you maintain a higher damage state. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Because I was thinking more of like shorter animation, but I didn't think about the bond of life perspective. Because you have more fuel to maximize your damage bonus. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, you can stack up on the song request stuff before we start the song request in half an hour. Otherwise, it'll just be like nothing. Zero songs. All right, guys, are you ready for the Damage bonus? Do I still do damage? Kind of. I should be doing entry though. I purposely skip the Kazuha plunge so that I don't break the shield. The shield is such a pain to deal with though. Oh, please, can I use my llama? Thank you. Wow, my skill cooldown's still there. That's crazy. You non-crit consecutively, did you? If only they show you your stats. If it would be nice if you can see your stats in Abyss. Wouldn't that be cool? Imagine if, because you know how like Abyss, the different halves will always give like general buffs or something. Imagine if like you can actually press C right now, and you can see all your characters. Like it was like, actually it'll be nice, yeah. But I guess, no, nah. I guess Hoyo doesn't really like mapping, which is why they prevented mapping with Stygian Onslaught though. The Moon Slime. Oh, that one I cannot answer that because I didn't know we were getting a new local legend. There you go. Oh, hey, Shop. What up? Is the bot Papega? Yeah. What is that? Okay, let me remove that for you. Wait, I actually don't have my stream elements up. Hold on. I'll do it after this once we're done with that. Like I said, man, this thing dumb, bro. Oh, I probably shouldn't have turned on Cookie skill, but that's fine. How they program it to mess up it badly? I don't know, it's weird. You know, like it's supposed to be song requests, and yet for some reason the bot keeps grabbing videos that are obviously not in the music category, which is not the one with the highest views. At this point, I'm just convinced, like, why are they all there? It's crazy to see. It's crazy to see all Kano hit that hard, man. The power of signature. I mean, to be fair, C1 does a bigger damage, right? Let's see if I can prepare this early. Can I skip by this? Ah, I almost got it. That. Oh, he's dead. I was you see what I mean when I say like people you see what I mean when I say like Abyss is a joke nowadays because of Stygian? That's crazy, dude. A run that takes 40 seconds ends up taking 7 tries on my dignity. That's crazy. Yeah. Well, there you go. I believe the claim itself is it's already done, right? It's already like automatically claimed the thing. Yeah, it's already automatically claimed the thing, which means we can move on to Imaginarium Theater. Now this one will be interesting. We only have a little over 1 week, so for those who haven't done the theater, be sure to get it done quickly. You know, the funny thing about my theater guide is that the views always spike a little bit, like it's making a last run by the time it gets to like the last 3 to 4 days of Imaginarium Theater. It's like, it's so funny to just think about it. It's just like, oh, like, it's the last day of it before Imaginarium Theater resets and the new month drops, and it's only like 10 comments appear out of nowhere. Be like, or they say, oh my god, thanks for the theater guide, bro. Or like, oh, blah, blah. Oh yeah, it's like, oh, this theater was so tough for me. And or whatever comments that I asked them to put in order to boost the engagement for the video a little bit. It's just funny, you know. It's just always so funny, like people just doing the last poll. Be like, oh no, the new month is gonna come around soon. Let's see, C0 or C2. Can you burst every rotation? Yeah. Okay. Energy recharge. You know the rules. Why is that not locked? No, that should be locked. Like somebody needs that. Okay. ER sense. ER sense, Doko. Any resources? 14 million? Okay, yeah, you have resources. Very good. 3.5. You have a 1 max roll. Crit rate. I'm just gonna keep saying crit rate. Crit rate. Okay. Why is it rolling crit rate? Okay, guys, why is it rolling crit rate? Crit rate? Okay. If that rolled 17 crit rate, that would have been crazy. What's your IT, guys? Religiously? Thanks. Thanks. Why is it 13 crit rate? You know, if that rolled 18 crit rate, I would have been like, what the fuck, man? Yo. that is a Dahlia piece of all times. You don't have a better HP goblet? You kinda do, actually. There's a bit of energy recharge, but this might be worth something. Crazy, man. Okay, so now we have good energy recharge, right? I see a crit rate circlet with a HP percent. We might not need that anymore because the crit rate. Yeah, I think we have more than enough. Why is this on Field of Epstein? What the fuck? Any energy recharge sword? Any spare fav? There's one fav. It's better than nothing, I guess. I guess we do need a crit rate circlet after all, innit? Thanks for streamer luck. No worries. Happens every time. Happens every time. Okay. Can you compete with 73, 200, 888, 140 ER Kinish? Okay, level 9. C1. Okay, that's already a big W. R1 Earthshaker, similar to Trial. It's already better. 88 crit rate, 215 with C1. Okay, Kinich is going to be a very strong carry here. This one doesn't matter too much because we're going to use Kirara super early on. We do have C6. I just hope you have a... What's the name called again? Oh, you have 9. That's great. Oh, Albedo. I don't know what Albedo's going to do here, but he's going to do something. I don't know what exactly, but he's going to do something. Oh, a Will Albedo. Once in a blue moon. This one, I'm not so sure if I want to bring Razor though. To be honest, like, I've seen a lot of accounts and I guess I'm asking for too much for a Razor with Varka's signature. Because Varka's a fraud, obvious reason. Is because if you play Razor enough and you get Varka's weapon, you run him with the new Hex Ray set. To be honest, his new team's gonna be with Nicole, right? So it would be like what? Durin actually no, maybe would it be Nicole Durin? Because you need Bennett, right? So Razor Bennett. Razor himself is already that. So maybe you can run what? Nicole Cheveru? Because I think the classic team you can technically run Razor Bennett is the minimum. Cheveru is already there, so the last spot is kind of flex. I know I reached like 70 plus K with R5 Serpent, but that's asking for a bit too much. Alright. DPS. We have 2 viable DPS. Kinish is an actual viable one. So MED might not be necessary because of C1. We got a Nuvilette. Okay, we got the Fair Llama. We got Nuvilette, that's number 4. Mawiga's number 5. Okay, we have enough. Now... Yeah, actually no, this is gonna be an easy one. I think we can just get this done. Level 90 Barbara! Did I fix your Barbara? Or was your Barbara already fixed in the first place? Almost. Not quite, but almost. At this point, I may as well just give her Sacrificial. You have a spare Sacrificial? Oh, there's Wave Riding there. I mean, I guess that's some ER then. Understandable. Any ER Sands though? What's she running? 4-piece clam. Do you have a clam ER Sand? Doesn't seem like it. There is, but... that's fine. We only need to burst once anyways. Okay, all your characters are level 89, so I have confidence that they're not going to be useless. Maybe not the Candice though. Candice is kind of... Candice. Amber is useful. Oh, we already have max amount. Okay, so... Who is useless here? We have a healer for Baiju, so Barbara may not be necessary. Cheveru is kind of half-half, to be honest. Toma. I mean, we can use the Toma, but maybe we can get another unit. Like, who can we bring? What is that sound? I think that was a fan. Just heard some random like metal vibrating noise. Okay, support. We can get MED, but Kinish doesn't need MED. Barca's a fraud. Oh, Nicole! Oh my god! Oh my god, it's a budget Nicole. It is off Swan though. Okay. I could technically get Nicole though. She is another Bennett, which is better than nothing. I don't think there are any real supports we can take. There is Zibai. We could get Zibai or another option, right? Okay. Can either get Nicole or Zibai. Zai, Fu, Zafrin, Zaya. No, nothing here really. I don't want to get a character that you already have because that's redundant. It's a waste of space. I'd rather get a character that's well built, that's also something that you don't have. So we get more variety. I want to say Zibai is the only option though, but these are all like Harbinger Zibai. The guy's name is Ito, his profile picture is Linnea, and he only shares Zibai. Bro died in the ditch, man. Holy. Bro probably spent 2 years coping with Ito, and then Zibai came out and he just betrayed him immediately. That's so funny. That's so funny. I don't know why. I just can't. Dude, why is that so funny? That's hilarious, actually. That's fucking hilarious. Alright. I think they forgot to share their C6 units. Nah, I think bro was like, nah, you know what? Nobody wants Ito. Nobody plays Ito. He knew. He coped. He coped because he knew the truth. He did not stone the messenger. He hated the message. For that, it told the truth. Every old character main rest in peace until they get a buff. But knowing Hoyoverse, they're gonna take 3 years to get a buff around. What's the syllabus for Nicole test? Nicole Kinish now has a new best team. She's kind of cope on non-Hexeray teams unless your name is Mawika. We didn't really test every single team yet. Like, I haven't tested like DPS Durin. We did test Venti. Venti got a very massive upgrade because I think it went from, what, 80k? I think at best it went from like a 70k, 75 to 80k team all the way to 90k. 93, I think, just to be safe. Nicole is a massive W for Kinish and Venti. Obviously Varka, but I don't know anyone that has a Varka and a Nicole, and their Varka isn't complete dog water, which by my standards is asking for a lot. And no, if I don't see R1 Serpent Spine minimum, the Varka doesn't exist. If the Varka has a R1, then I'll believe in that Varka. But otherwise, it's a scam. It's a scam. Alright, hold on. Nilo, I guess I could get some Bloom stuff there. Edito's a Geo main? Yeah, I can tell. Geo mains are probably the most underappreciated mains because instead of maining some like generic standard 4-star character like Amber or Lisa and being a 4-star enjoyer with like top 1% builds with 5 different signature weapons, they just decide to main like an element that just releases character once in a blue moon. And when I say once in a blue moon, I mean because there used to be 3 moons and we only have 1 left. That's like Geo mains right now. Once in a blue moon because it took that many hundreds of years for us to realize that the frost moon exists. That's how. It's not once in a blue moon, it's once in a frost moon at this point. Okay, how many characters do we get? I kind of want to get a buff though. I guess we can get a burning buff, why not? Once in a frost moon smosh. Alright, so any Molani do we have here? We have no Molani, great. Once in a frost moon. Because it took hundreds of years for that to happen. I feel bad for Geo mains though. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't heard of the local legends, so I don't know. I only know the new boss, the new superconduct. You know the funny thing about the new boss that's supposed to show superconduct, guys? It literally looks like Risley's weapon. Any Risley enjoyer, if you know how Cashflow Supervision looks like, you would know what I mean if you've already seen the image before. like, you can't just you look at the gameplay of the new boss and you can't tell me that it's not Risley weapon. We are fighting against fucking Cashflow Supervision. I don't know what he's doing there, but he's doing something. Poggers! When you don't have Rice D R1, so instead you fight a boss that resembles Rice D's R1. Ow. Can I? Nah, I'm gonna restart this. That delay is so triggering though. Freaking triggering. Like, let's go that again. Getting Rice D C1? Yes, get Rice D C1. Finally, your Rice D can be unbricked. Get Rice D C1 so he can be unbricked. There you go. Yeah, C1 Sino. I mean, I guess you can slowly work towards that. You know, it's unfortunate that Rice D is not a part of the constellation selector though. I have Rio's weapon. I was trying to get the other weapon in his free run. Oh, you mean Tome? I don't remember what the other weapon was. I only remember like when he first released, he was released together with Neuvillette, I believe. Something along the lines of that. Okay, mystery cache. Ooh. Give me a good character. Yes, when I say good character, I mean a bad character. So technically not wrong. Pyro. Okay, Shangling here would be kind of decent. We have Durin, so yeah, this would be nice. This is nice. And okay, Burning. Light, let's go throw away our bad characters. Let's go. Neuvillette is before them. Oh yeah, you're right. But did they ever rerun together? Because if I recall correctly, the funny thing about Rice's weapon is that it's actually decent on Neuvillette. Because it also buffs charge attack, I believe. Like Neuvillette specifically only buffs charge attack and HP, but Rice buffs both normal attack, charge attack, and I don't know if it has attack speed, but I feel like it does have attack speed. This one's off brain, so we gotta throw away the bad characters. Unfortunately, all our characters are good. Okay. Still kinda need to. You know, random Nilo. Nilo jump scare, my favorite. If I do this and this. Yo, what's happening to my ping, man? Jesus Christ. Yeah, let me reset this. I think I missed that one. Jason's in DBD now. Yeah, Rem told me he was watching some stream and the behavior hyped it up a lot. And then it turned out to be nothing, and it was like a very long stream of nothing happening. So it's damn funny though. Whee! What a relaxing day. Burning. There you go. Took 13 hours to announce it? Yeah, I know. But at that point, it's like, I don't know, man. Like, I think Genshin is enough for me. I don't want to go... I don't want to go beyond Genshin for another live service game. I'm getting old. I'm getting close to 30 in a few years. I've played video games since I was... since I was maybe like young as a child. But when I reached teenagehood, I started playing a bunch of live service games. I think the earliest one I played was Blackshot. Fuck that game. Pay to win ass bullshit. Shit graphics. It was fun back then. And it got famous among Southeast Asia because of Garena, but don't do it. Sucks. And then there was Warframe in 2013. Which, how old was I? 16? 15? I don't quite remember. There's Warframe. And I played Overwatch. I played a bit of Path of Exile. I played Dead by Daylight a lot. I think for the past few years ago, the past 5 years would be Helldivers, and then now we're into Genshin. The other gacha games I played was Princess Connect, Honkai Star Rail for a bit, and Honkai Impact Third. I've played, aside from those gacha games before Genshin, I played enough live service games to know that there is a start, there is a peak, and then there is the throw, which throw, T-R-O-U-H, refers to the opposite of peak, basically. It doesn't matter how good a game is, every game does the same. Right now, I would argue Genshin it's far from its prime, but it's not bad enough that it's dying. It dies and nobody talks about it. But at the same time, it's also like it's not necessarily in a good state here. Can I get? Oh, I can't get a buff. Nice. So I'm really kind of just crossing my fingers that Genshin doesn't end up being that. Which likely, to be honest, Genshin is one of those rare abominations where I would say it's too big to fail. But for any other game, I cannot share the same sentiment. I played Helldivers for like over 100 plus hours, and to be honest, I got bored of it. I played Dead by Daylight for 1.2k hours. Rem has double my time at 2.4k hours, and we eventually got bored of it because it's just the same grind. I played Warframe for 4 years, and Rem played that for, I think, only 2 years plus, but he has double my time at 4k. Rem, my friend Rem, he's the kind of guy who, like, when he finds a game he really likes, especially if it's live service, he's not a content creator like me. He doesn't stream, he doesn't do anything else. The only hobby he has is just reading manga, watching anime, doing other stuff with friends, and then just otherwise he just play video games. So if it's a live service game, he will literally live or breathe that shit. I played Warframe for 4 years, and he just randomly appeared, like, hey man, I also play Warframe. Like, what the fuck? Since when? And then I played for a few more years, and then next thing you know, he has double my playtime. I was like, what the hell, man? How? Bro has, like, to be fair, he's the guy who does achievement hunting, so I wouldn't be surprised if OCD, he also has the same level of OCD as I do. Actually crazy. Not in a bad way, but it's just funny to think about. To be fair, the last hour was getting wacky with unknown random happening. It was 13 hours staring at cabbage. Yeah, it was 13 hours of nothing happening. Yeah. My roommate stayed up because he wanted it to be adjacent only to pass out an hour before they announced it. I can't wait Dead by Daylight, man. Spaghetti Code, the game has been out for like, is it almost a decade now? Didn't it get released in like 2012 or 2013 or something like that? It's about the same time as Warframe, I believe. It's been out for a decade and they still cannot escape the Spaghetti Code. I can't with that game. I literally cannot with that game. Hi dad, hi. Is Nicole C1 good or bad? I got her only in 6 polls. I do not know. I'll have to take a look after this. How many bad reviews for this stream? I can imagine a lot. Huh? Okay. Hello, can I swap? Is my Pyro Needle backward? My Pyro Needle's backwards. Deia's actually doing damage. Deia's actually doing damage. That's crazy. There were a few stuff, yeah. Yeah. Is it 10 years already? Yeah, I don't know, man. DBD is just I look at it and I feel like there's at some point when you play enough like live service games like I do, at some point I feel like they're just spitting at your face, you know. So I don't hate I don't dislike live service games. I think if you don't play a lot of games, I think it's nice to have something that you can get by with. But at the same time, it's also like I've seen too many. I've been through too much. Oh yeah, Overwatch. I forgot that was the game I also played. I've been through too much to see a company and a game rise and fall that it's almost sad. Like you just look at it and you're just like, wow, this is just tragic. I would argue. I do not have enough characters. Jesus Christ. Kind of need Columbina. I guess I have to make do with Yelan. Why not? Yelan it is. It's crazy how Yunfei is actually doing damage. You serious? Yunfei doing damage, that's insane. Ow. Inish is just here because I don't have enough characters. Such. Was he dead? Oh. Oh, this lag is so painful. My goodness, man. We're actually killing things. That's crazy. Does Ayato have normal ICD? Yes, he does have standard ICD. Can Nicole buff real good without a 5-star catalyst? Yeah, because yes, Nicole is a pretty good side grade for a lot of teams. But if you have a Hex Array on-field DPS like Varka, Durin, or Venzi, which I guess is Razor too, but I don't know how good Razor teams are because I don't have Nicole yet. Nicole is nice. I mean, after all, it took us 4 years? Is it 4 years? It was not long release. Was not long release over a year ago. Oh yeah, it was released a year ago. It took us 5 years to get a second Bennett, and then another year to get Nicole as the third Bennett. If you ask me, I would take more Bennetts if that's all it takes for me to not use him. And given that we have Stygian on slot, that means it is possible for you to run, like, let's say, a team around Bennett. Second boss will be a Hex Array team with Nicole. And then the third boss will have a Natlan team with Yan San. C2 or C6. So, while a lot of theory crafters would say Nicole is mostly a side grade for non-Hex Array teams, and definitely an upgrade for Hex Array DPS and Hex Array teams, I would also state that he is another Bennett. And you can never have too much Bennetts. With how strong he's been dominating the damn meta, you can never have enough Bennetts. Never. So yeah. Hopefully that answers your question and gives you a bit of an insight on how I view this whole thing. Can I get a character that's not an invite? Like, come on, man. I have to use my Kinish? Do I have to use my Kinish? You've got to be serious, lad. Or can I use my Mawika in there? I can save my Columbina for later. Do I have healing? No, I don't have healing. Well, give me my character. I'm gonna have to use. Do I have to use Kinish here? I want to save Kinish. Maybe I have to use Mawika. A Risely weapon works on Nuvalet. I thought it was attack focus. Not really. I mean, it has high base attack, right? Sorry, I didn't see the message. It has high base attack, but it gives crit rate, 33.1 crit rate, which is not exactly good because Nuvalet gains crit rate way too fucking easily from Marie Shosei. But let's say for some reason you don't run Marie Shosei, or you just have no crit at all. Ash Flow is decent, or 22.1 crit rate, so not 30, but still crit rate. But it does buff both normal and charge attack. So yes, if you don't have Tome of Eternal Flow, Cash Flow is actually a decent option on the billet. You miss lagging? I don't know, man. Twitch just sucks sometimes, even though that's where all the action happens. Yelan, we have Alucino, right? Surely we can use Singchu with Alucino instead. We can cope. I think we can cope. Now this team is way too strong. We can 100% cope with this. That scared the hell out of me. But hey Rex, what up? Don't you guys love Maoika's 30th team dealing 200k DPS again? My favorite. And for context, there is this new team that involves Mona Sucrose with the new artifact set, and it's a can I do the thing? Can I do the thing? There you go. Don't you guys love Maoika getting the 20th team that does 200k DPS? Again? My favorite. Oh look, characters. Pyro Traveler, or I know. I want more characters to throw away, so... Oh my god. Characters. Why am I getting Arlecchino here? You know what? I'm gonna get Arlecchino regardless. I don't want another Pyro character, so let's see if we can get a... Okay, we can get a healer there, so we have 2 units. I want to go for the Lawmar. Lawmar. I want to go Lawmar for the Nefer team, but I think at minimum we need Nefer to deal with the Arcanum. We still have some spare, but I think we need to focus on all this other stuff. Okay, I can do Bennett Shangling and save Durin for later, or I can do Durin. But deep down, I believe that Durin is going to be the solution. And with that said, the Mao XD. Oh my god, is that not C6 Pyro Traveler? I almost got scammed, holy. There you go, I made it. Great way. That's fine. Yeah, there you go, it's dead. Don't remember if it's C6 yet. If it's not C6, then okay, well, how do you need... I believe, don't you get Consolation 6 by playing around the freaking Natlan reputation system? Correct me if I'm wrong. Aside from doing the Archon quest, don't you get the last 3 by just doing the exploration in the first 3 areas? Like you get the Molani gang. Let's see. We have the Hawaiian. We get the Hawaiian surfers, the Amazon delivery package people, and the blacksmith stuff. Can I turn on song request? Yeah, hold on. How long is this song? Alright, 1 more minute. Okay, let's see. We got Kokomi, we got Tinari, we got Random Bennett. That's not Bennett, that's Shangling. That's not Shangling, I'm drunk, that's Amber. Nefer. I can get Nefer. Okay. If that's how you want to play, that's how you want to play. Okay. Can you do my abyss? I can do it after this, yeah. I don't remember if I've done that. Yeah. Maybe you might have forgotten. Because you have to go talk to the Capitano's Frozen Throne. I can't believe I just called that shit Frozen Throne. Let's go, Frozen Throne Capitano. Bro picked up Frostmourne and decided to go decided to kill his own father, my favorite. I can't. I'll use Sing True, why not? This did nothing wrong. If you know, you know. Haven't watched a Throne game? No, this is not Game of Thrones. This is World of Warcraft. And not World of Warcraft. No, they're just regular Warcraft. Just regular Warcraft. Alright. We need a Llama and a Fair. I have to choose between one or the other. This game, I swear to God. Oh, discount. More flowers would be nice, thank you. Please give me flowers. Yeah, why not? Can I do this with Mawika? Nah, I kind of want to save the Fair for that. Okay, I can probably use Column. Now, where's the Albedo? Can I cope? You know what? Let me think of something. You have both. Oh, that's so sad. That's so sad. I guess you have to trade with someone, right? I think, which one's rarer? Justice might be rarer, I think. I don't know Warcraft 3. I only know by the Dota client. I mean, Warcraft... Dota is a game. I mean, we all know Dota is a game mode made in based on Warcraft. Warcraft is good, man. Like, what you need to do is, like, you just get Warcraft 3 and just go... I believe it's a map, I think. You can... You get Warcraft 3 for the campaign, and I believe you can download the external maps, which allows you to play the campaign from Warcraft 1. For the Horde! Mona Sucra's getting buffed 3 times is honestly amazing. I hope Mizuki feels the same. Supposedly, Mizuki right now is in preparation of the Stella Swirl, but I think something tells me Mizuki might be getting more units to actually make her viable. I can imagine this, right? Okay, this can be put this on your bingo card. Mizuki 90k DPST, but it will probably involve like Pushnesh Nayan characters. Trust. Trust. Okay, do I do Alakino or that one? I mean, I kind of want to receive healing. Okay, how good is this Malwika? If it's just Gravestone Malwika, right? I think it's average. Yeah, it's average Malwika. Okay, we can get by with this. We'll probably do Malwika here, and we'll do Kokomi for the healing. I want to save the Bennett in case we need the Alakino team. So I can probably do this and Shangling. Oh yeah, they're dying. I can just do Vape Shingling. Leave it up to Malwika to do 3 bajillion damage. Yep. I didn't even need a fair after all. Okay, you know what? That's fair. Is Loma gonna be next? Okay, it's Aino. I think we can get by with Aino. Right? We can probably get Aino. Now the problem is... we don't want a Hydro character though. Oh, that's rough. We kind of want a general character. The characters we need for like Zibai and the rest is just not quite there. I mean, I could do an Arlecchino team. You know what? Actually, yeah, we can do an Arlecchino. Let's say we do Furina. So we can do a Furina team with Arlecchino. And we can do Furina Bennett, Arlecchino Aino. I'll probably have to save that for Zibai, but we're only on the last 2 acts, so I don't think it matters too much. Actually, maybe it does matter. Maybe I skip Baiju. Okay, like, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Okay, never mind. I guess Nefer and Zibai was redundant after all. Good to know. Good to know. Oh, hi, Lama. Good of you to show up. Where are my characters? Where in the... You know what? Let's just get the bloom buff. You know, yeah, the game wants to give me bloom buff. I'll give you a bloom buff. Okay, there you go. I don't need more Hydro characters. But I do have Nouvellette though. To be honest, I feel like at this point, yeah, we can just use the Nefer team, right? Yeah, we can just use a double of this. Zibai is just gonna be for motivational support at this point. Oh wait, no, we have the other one to worry about. Okay, let's try to max out the bloom buff. I think we can use Nefer against the other one. We can use Nefer against the Baptist. That should be a very easy clear. And then maybe you can run Nouvellette or Zibai. I prefer Nouvellette against the... What's the other thing called again? I forgot its name, but you get the point. Aino and... I guess I want another Geo. Why not? So we can do something like this. Pre-funnel. Yeah, let's do the pre-funnel. Go. Perfect. Yeah, my brain is fried. My brain gets fried sometimes, chat. Oh, hi, Albedo. I'm not even sure if I need you, but... I mean... You know what? What are the last blessings? I believe the last blessing doesn't really change the fair too much. Yeah, we don't need more than... We can get level 3 there. I think we just get level 3. Level 3 should be more than enough. Oh, Mystery Cash. Ooh, bring someone back. I mean, I guess that worked, but... Feels broke, man. Okay, so we can't use the fair. Can definitely use a Zibai Albedo here. I need to save Columbina. So you could probably do Aino Mona, maybe? We do get the vape buffs from this one, but we don't trigger Luna Crystallize. We should be able to do this one. The Cryo Gunner, the freaking Cryo Machine Gun guy is gonna be annoying though. Oh yeah, Albedo Mona! Shit, you're right, yeah, I forgot. You can tell I don't play a lot of X-Ray, which is a bit unfortunate because, I mean, X-Ray stuff is pretty nice. I just don't have the brain cells for that. I'm too not cry pilled, chat. I'm too not cry pilled. Omega not cry pilled right now. Someday I'll get Albedo. It's been 4 years. It's been 5 years. I still don't have Albedo. There you go. To be fair, it is C0R1 though. Maybe I don't even use Nefer, right? I could just use Zibai. I think we'll be fine. Yeah, we could just use Zibai. This is not even Harbinger of Dawn, so... To be honest, I guess I might as well max out the bloom buff. Why not? Oh? Oh, it deals Lunar Bloom damage. Wait, I didn't know that. Wait. It deals Lunar Bloom damage. Wow, they actually changed the description. I never noticed. There you go. Alright, good enough. all those bloom buffs, and I'm about to not use the fair. Now, to be fair, I kind of don't like Zibai being affected by cryo, so that's cringe. Probably do... I think that'll be good enough. Yeah. Have you ever dash cancelled in slow-mo? This is what it feels like. Guys, is this what it's like to chew 5 gum? Haha. Because I'm getting affected by cryo, you know? Funny joke. Funny joke. My brain was like slow-mo for a second. I was like, why is he not dead? There you go. Why is it getting auto-modded? I hate Lunar, except Flint, I'll blow him like a candle. This just sounds like... That statement just sounds like Zyok saying he likes Alhaitham when he spreads. Yeah, hold on. Oh, we're already at the defects level. Okay. Alright, now music for YouTube should be over. Go play your own song requests. Go play your own music. And for Twitch side, let's go turn on song requests. I got 2 more hours. And we have only got 1 more clear for Abyss, which should be a very, very, very fast clear, I hope. How the hell did I get through mod chat? I allowed it. The only reason why I put the auto mod is mostly to minimize spam. Honestly. Like, it's only there to just minimize spam. Why is it not playing? Hello? Oh, it's very soft. Okay, that's why. Luna Bloom card would have been OP against Magu Genki. Yeah, I didn't know they changed it to Luna Bloom. I have to update my blessing visuals then. I thought it was just regular Bloom damage, but I guess it's Luna Bloom now. Yeah, sub 30 minutes. Not bad, not bad. Map's so strong she doesn't even need the Gnosis. I mean, to be honest, Archons were never really known to be weak, right? Like, remember guys, if you've done the quests where we learned about the truth behind Havria, or Haviria, I don't think you pronounce Haviria. Havria, the god of salt. Her death, she was the weakest god during the Archon War in Liyue. But when she died, anyone within that domain, like a 1 mile radius, was turned into salt, thus seizing all of their life activities. That is the weakest god, by the way. The weakest godlike, the weakest god, or the weakest, not Archon, Archon's a title, but the weakest god dies, releases so much freaking power from their remnants of their death. Anyone within like a 1 kilometer radius turn into salt. If that is the weakest god, I can't imagine how powerful Zhongli would actually be at his prime. Is this about the salt god? Yes, the salt god. Okay, now you gotta pick one. Okay, chat. Let's help Ibis a little bit here. Which one of these two would you think that people are more likely to trade? I'm personally leaning towards Justice, because Justice is cooler and it's also rarer. You're salty about her death? Yeah. Who wants to trade now? I mean, yeah, that's true. Justice is cooler. Sucrose is a descendant of the salt god? Nah, I don't know, man. I just know she has funny, fluffy ears. That's all I care about Sucrose. GTA time? We have 1 more Abyss clear, so then we'll probably go for GTA. Alright, chat. Any more? I'm waiting for a few more comments. Justice, right? We are leaning towards Justice here, because I think Justice is the ones that people want. I don't actually see Justice very often, though. Strength is kind of like, yeah. Abyss is easy? True, it's easy clap. Okay, I'll give it a few seconds. 5, 4, salt to sugar, true. No, it's not a descendant, it's a distant cousin, you know. You can DM and I can trade with strength. I mean, depends. This is Asia, so you'll just have to talk to Ibis here. Whoever wants to trade with Ibis on this Asia account, you can pick between strength or justice. So this depends on the account owner, on a consensual agreement. Yeah, do we go for justice or do we go for strength? Right, Rex here is saying that we can go for strength, but Rex, are you NA? Are you Asia? Oh, you are Asia. Okay, oh Ruck. Yeah, you are Asia. I was calling you Rex, yeah. So you want justice, yeah? Obviously, do you consent to this? Do you con that sounds so wrong when I phrase it like that. Is this an agreement? Is this a contract? Do I need to call Rex Lapis to write down a formal agreement? I really need a card though. At least he didn't lie to his men and betray the mercenaries who fought for him. True. Yeah. I'm still leaning towards justice, but it depends though, because it depends on what the trade is. I'm seeing his strength. You can DM, I can trade with strength. If we can get both agreements on strength, I will go for strength. Yes, strength? Okay. Okay, we're gonna go for strength. What can you give me? Damn. We're still negotiating. Okay. Let's see. So the only thing we have left is Abyss. I'm gonna update my Google Sheets for a second. Let's see if I can do that. So that's account number 21. Look at that, chat. How many season has it been since I updated that? This is the third season where we reached 20 accounts cleared. That's crazy. That's a lot of accounts. Strength? Yeah. No, because I have to claim this right now. I can't leave until I claim this. So I'll just say, okay, yeah, you guys can deal with the rest. I'll just grab strength, and then you guys can negotiate between one or the other. So we'll go with one more Abyss clear, and that should be it for the Genshin stuff. And meme around in GTA for a little bit. I'm not excited in getting picked. I don't know what to expect from that, but I'm happy that we got the hunting rifle from last time, so I'm kind of excited for that one. Yeah, no worries. Okay, one last Abyss clear. Call it off. That's like Abyss is so easy that I'm not even sure if I should even do Abyss redeems at this point. There's only like 3 accounts. That's crazy. Yuva, I believe I've already done Yuva's one, right? Yeah, I think I have. Okay, so Rex. Let me just log in real quick. And I should probably get myself some tea, but you know what? I'll go grab a cup of tea, cup of zero sugar tea. I'll be back in a bit. I question. You just leave the question. I'll be back in a minute or two. All right, BRB check. Unfortunately, I didn't reply Dash's question. Uh, Give me a moment. So Arcana. Okay, how many Arcanas was it? I know it's 12, right? Is it 3, 8, 12? I believe it was a 3, 8, 12, I think. No Durin, no Venti, no Prune. I have C3 Shengling gonna try for C6, but also have Bennett. He's all news now. Bennett is not all news if you're kind of. I assume you're not very in touch with the meta, but let's say random Yahoda here. Oh, or is it random Yahoda? Peak friendship farming. 12 and 22? Oh yeah, 22. I have Nicole. What should I do if I can't get Durin? I was thinking of C6 Shangling. No, C6. You don't need C6 Shangling for her to work, but to make the most out of her damage, getting C4 is the bare minimum because it extends her burst by another like 4 seconds. Because her burst, I believe, is only like how long? Yeah, 10 seconds. If you get C4, the duration goes to 14 seconds, which is in line with a lot of regular rotations, which normal team rotations is usually last for about 18 to 20 plus seconds. So if you don't have C4 Shengling, I will 100% say it feels bad. Bennett is not all news. We only have 3 attack buffers in the game, and we only recently got the latest one being Nicole. So yeah, if you know his state, he's what the fuck? Ah, hmm, that's fair. It's on Maoika. You know, I'm gonna judge your Vargas. That's but let me answer the question real quick. Uh if you can go for C6 Shengling, you can. But is it Shengling's not even on his banner, isn't it? Wait, who's on the banner? Yeah, it's not even Shengling. I mean, chances are with the second half, I feel like Shengling's gonna rerun in the second half, right? Or is it gonna be Bennett? I heard rumors that the second half is gonna be a Bennett Shengling rerun or something. Old news for my Valka team. Oh, Valka team, yes. But if you want to talk about variety, I mean, you need your Nicole to be really, really good to be an upgrade to Varka, but that's not a very high bar to go for. C4 Shangling though, you don't need to go for C6. And don't pull for the banner unless it has a rate up, which I don't think I have to spell that out for you. Shangling's on Maoika's banner, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, you can go for C4 Shangling. You don't have to, but if do that if you don't mind getting whatever character that's redone on the second half, which is Lohen and Maoika, I believe. Like if you want to get consolations on Maoika or you don't mind getting Maoika or Lohen, then go ahead. If you're pulling purely for the 4-star and you don't want to get the 5-star, it's better for you to wait. Shangling is not the end all be all. We are no longer in the. This is in 6.7. The game has been out for 6 years. We are long past the Shangling meta, which is actually fortunate because that's a good thing. No, 15% pyro damage bonus does not get snapshot to Shangling. I mean, if you're talking from the perspective of giving that pyro damage bonus to the rest of your team outside of Shangling, then yeah. But you know what also gives 15% pyro damage bonus? That's right, C6 Bennett. So you don't really gain anything. I can watch GTA with a hungry stomach. Yeah, go do that. Yeah, this is alright. This is the floor 7 and floor 8 non-clear. I sure hope you're not giving me the excuse of emergency funds again. Well, it's not you, it's someone else, but yeah. 15% pyro damage isn't as big as you think. You only like unfortunately it doesn't snapshot for Shangling, which is quite a massive. It's not a massive loss, but it's a very unfortunate thing. Unless you believe in Ziox and his Shangling. Ziox and Shangling. He can't even believe in his Xiao being something. He can't even believe that his Xiao is good enough until a new artifact set comes out with another which is a 5% damage increase to his new team. That's every patch with Ziox is just like just make a YouTube channel like it. Was it that guy? There's this one guy who uploads a video every day where it's like day blah 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 until uploading videos until Silk Song, a Hollow Knight Silk Song comes out. And he uploaded like for 10 years or something before he managed to like finally finish. That should just be that for Ziox, but it doesn't take 10 years. It probably takes like 6 months. That's just this is the Ziox stuff in a nutshell. You know what? Wait, do you have Venti? Okay, I actually want to play Varka for one so that he's not a scam. Where's the Durin? There's a Durin. Okay. Yeah, we do have X-ray. Okay, go. Cool. I don't remember his optimal combo, but I'm not sure if I care too much. I'm already running Nicole, so it won't work. Yeah, you don't need Shangling as Varka's team. I mean, to be honest, like Nicole teams usually go for like, okay, you already have Nicole. You don't have Durin. To be honest, just like Nicole and Bennett. Actually, no, you can't. You can't do that unless you have Hexarray. You know what? You don't. Do you have? Okay, wait. You don't have Venti and Prune, right? Hold on. Let me read the original text. No Durin, no Venti, no Prune. Okay. Get Prune. Get Prune. That's all I'm gonna say. Unless you really want to get Malwika. Even one copy of Prune, even one copy of Prune will be better than nothing. Because Prune is a Venti side grade only at C2, but it's an upgrade once she's C6. But you still need a second Hexray, which you don't have the other two units, which is Durian and Venti. So Prune is your only option, and that's a 4-star unit. Unless you're saving those pulls for somebody else like Sandrone, then I understand that part. Nicole is not built. We have a Nicole. Oh, your Nicole's not even up here, so I just didn't see her at all. Oh, there is a Nicole. Okay. That's fine. We can use this team. Let's go, guys. 90k DPS team. I'm about to feel physical pain from this. At least get C1 prune or you'll be crying so she can't boost. Yeah, I mean, no, they don't have the C0 prune, yeah. Both the attack bonus can't work at the same time. No, it does stack. No, Bennett and Nicole's attack bonus does stack. Shangling, Nicole, Sucrose, Varka. Okay, Sucrose is, I mean, it's not a bad option if you're running VV Sac Frag or Trilling Tail Sac Frag, but I mean, actually, that works. I don't have Varka, so I can't really state for that, but Genshin pull economies in the gutters nowadays, true. I can run, yeah, you can run Bennett Nicole. There's no reason for you to not run Bennett Nicole. Like you can run the exact same team. You just replace Shangling with Bennett. Their attack buffs does stack. Yes, it does stack. I don't know where you get your sources that they don't stack, but yes, they do stack. And because yeah, it's a dry patch. Oh yeah, this patch is a dry patch. It's funny how people are mad about it, and I'm just like, everybody's being mad. All these people are being mad for the wrong reason, but yet again, expecting some semblance of logic from the Genshin community is I'm asking a bit too much. Okay, second half is Luna Bloom. I see Luna. I don't want to try too hard, so let's just get it out of the way. Sucrose, Venti, Cookie. You know what? I'm too lazy. Let's just put Zhongli. I'm just too lazy, so I'm just gonna do Zhongli. I don't want to try too hard. This one should be like this. Is the Venti on? That's a lot of characters being built. Bennett's not on C6. Okay, I don't know who you're not bricking. I don't know why you didn't claim that, but sure. Must be recently obtained. Let's see. Venti, are you on VV? Stringless VV? Stringless VV. Perfect. So we can do what was it again? Skill burst N2. I think that's the rotation. Bennett, Nicole, Sucrose, till I get Prune and Varka. Yeah. Wait, no. Do you have Varka? They made because 68 pulls with 2 new characters. I don't know. Sucks to be broke. Vote with your wallet, not with your voice. I literally watched Doro's video about that. Like Doro made a very nice video for 35, like a 30-minute video, and he's someone who's played since 1.02, so he speaks the truth. Hoyo doesn't make changes because the players complain. Hoyo makes changes if a lot of the Chinese CN community gets mad that they're threatened to report to the CCP, or if they're losing a whole lot of money. Remember, Hoyoverse is not your friend. They are a business and they're out to make profit. So if you want to boycott, don't uninstall the game, or you can uninstall the game, or just don't play the game and stop paying for the game. The irony of people complaining about not enough polls, I guarantee a majority of those people don't even buy Welkin. The loudest bunch are the minority who are broke as fuck. They can't afford the Welkins. They are probably bad at math, and they have a severe gambling addiction. I'm going. So yeah, I'm gonna sip my tea because that's the truth. Oh, thanks for the follow. No worries. If I get Durin, he'll replace Bennett. Yeah, actually, yeah. If you get Durin, it will be Nicole Durin core, so you replace Bennett. I wish we get more wishes, but dang, the complaints have gotten annoying. The complaints are annoying. Like, whenever the Genshin community complains, I don't treat it seriously. I played this game for almost 6 years now. We're approaching the 6-year anniversary. Complaints don't do anything. You're not Chinese. You don't live in China, and and most of these complaints are broke as hell. They're not whales that go C6 R5 every character every patch. No, like the F2Ps are the majority of the player base, but they're the minority when it comes to profit. I would argue the majority of like the game's profit is probably split between the dolphins, like myself, Battle Pass Wilkins, and the whales who go for C2 R1, C6 R1, C6 R5. Because one whale is enough to carry the entire fucking profit. Like DHC, Engineering Plastic. Those guys have a C6 R5 of almost every 5-star character. So like, yeah. Anyways, let me go play the game real quick. Yeah, 1 second. Where are you guys? The fuck? Oh my god, guys, Varka does something. That's crazy. Wow, すごいですよね。There you go. Alright, go play the game. Man, I didn't mean to do that, but I'll take it. Oh wait, no, fair is number 1. I forgot. 1 second. I'll answer that in a bit. Which is the best weapon for P? Oh, that's a hard question because unfortunately I don't have Lost Prayers. But I do have some knowledge on this. I can only really think of Lost Prayers. Okay, you know what? Let's go look at the catalyst. Why did I not start the timer? I'm so stupid. You know what? Let's go take a short thing and look at catalyst option. Let me open Project Amber real quick. Because I know like Jamie, I watched Jamie's Nicole testing video and he is personally running Lost Prayers, right? So, I mean, there is Skyward Atlas. There's also Lost Prayers.
If you're
But-
broke, boy, just say so.
Let's see. So what do we have? Skyward Atlas is eh. Lost Prayers is what Hoyo thinks is the best weapon for Klee. What else? Obviously these are all super niche weapons, so we're not gonna count them. Surf's Up doesn't really buff like you need something that buffs like charge attack, right? Not this one. Yeah, the Molani's weapon doesn't buff that. Tomo cash flow, would that be decent? HP increases, decreases. Yeah, you're not running Farina in today's age. Cash flow is what? Crit rate and attack speed, right? Yeah, also HP decreases. Tula is normal attack, right? I don't think Klee has that many options. What about Kagura? Kagura requires you to use skill, but realistically, you're only casting skill once per rotation. I mean, I guess Kagura is decent, right? High base attack, crit damage, and you can gain like a bit of... Oh, it only increases elemental skill damage. Okay, Kagura sucks. Kagura sucks because you can't do triple skill. To be honest, really nothing though. Like, I think Klee just doesn't have a good 5-star weapon. My ratio at the moment for crit rate is 78, 198. Of course, it's 20% more of the Hex Ray buff. Yeah, I get it. I mean, honestly, I don't really know if there's any other weapons you can go for. I think all these other weapons are a bit too niche. Yeah, to be honest, all these calories are Omega niche. They all kind of suck. You only really stuck with the 2 standard weapons though. I know you can get 2 stacks of Kagura with one I've heard you've been using with Aegis. 2 stacks of Kagura... Oh, because you have to use, yeah. Yeah, you can get 2 stacks, but the problem is... In order for it to be worth something, you kind of want 3 stacks instead of 2. Which, technically, that only applies in the first rotation. Because, like, let's say... I know what it means. Because when you use Klee's elemental skill, you can cancel it with the burst. So, and because the bomb, it only consumes your cooldown or your stack whenever the bomb actually comes out. When you do skill into burst, the game counts it as her triggering elemental skill, but the cooldown doesn't go because the bomb hasn't come out yet. So you can gain 2 stacks, but 2 stacks means nothing because I mean your skill does a bit more damage, yay. But most of her damage is gonna come from like a mix of a normal attack burst and as well as her charge attack, especially the new Hexerakely, right? To be honest, even if I were to put a number, I think all of these are just mostly stat stick. Like Kagura is mostly a stat stick. I mean, Lost Prayers is mostly a stat stick, but how many you're gonna stay for? Let's say a 12-second rotation. At least you can get 3 stacks. So a bit of elemental damage bonus. So like 24% elemental damage bonus is decent. Atlas is mostly there for the attack percent stuff, but I guess if you're running Nicole, right? Nicole with the team, then you're probably gonna get a lot of attack buff. So yeah, I would say it's harder. Miss what you said. What did I say? I don't know. And now I don't have enough pulse for Sandrone said. Yeah, I would say it's hold on, I can't even see my own nightbot thing. Hold on. Let me just readjust my OBS size. I would say there's really not that much weapons though. It's a bit unfortunate. Uh Mod with Nicole? Wait, what? What do you mean by that? I used to run Cleve Runa during Shilona. Yeah, the new Cleve's best team is actually with Nicole Durin. Yeah, it's Nicole Durin because I know Jamie tested Nicole, a bunch of Clee teams with Nicole. And it's a mix of like Burning with MED. And the other one was with, I think, the Overloader team. The Overloader team was the highest at about 160k, I think. 160 plus K. He has a C2 Clee with Lost Prayers, and the MED is with her own weapon. But the Durin and Alice is with like standard weapons or like accessible weapon. I would say his new best team is between like a random Burning MED or probably Overloaded, which from what I've heard, I think Overloaded is going to be the best one. So if you have a Nicole Durin core, if you can go for Nicole, that would be a massive upgrade there. Trailing Tails my Nicole, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's not a good thing to do because you can buff your Durin damage, but Klee's going to be the one doing the most damage there. So I would have to disagree on that. Because Trailing Tails only buffs one person, but yeah. Durin into Nicole, yeah, you could do that, but you're gonna have a 4th unit. And oftentimes, like, let's say, I mean, I guess if you're running an Overloaded team, who's in Overloaded? Fischl, yeah, Fischl. There is Fischl. So Durin, Nicole, Fischl, and Klee. That's a 160 plus K team based on Jamie's video. You could also run Burning by replacing. You don't run Deepwood Emily on Reverie, Durin on a DPS build, and then 140, 150k should be possible too. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I think running a high base attack weapon is better than running Trading Tails, because Trading Tails only lasts 10 seconds with a 20-second cooldown, and you're only buffing one person. When you'll probably gain more damage if you run a high base attack weapon, because the attack literally applies to everyone. And if you're running a team like Nicole during Klee, and let's say your 4th slot is in other DPS like Fischl or something like that, then you're going to be buffing the attack of, well, three to four different people, because Nicole does benefit from her own attack buff. So I would have to disagree on running Trading Tails on that, because Nicole's attack kind of does matter for the Varka team. Yeah, but I mean, did you test? Like, I can't really testify too much about Varka because I don't actually have Varka and Nicole. So I'm really just relaying secondhand information based on what I saw for Jamie. And Jamie is a massive Klee player, so there's that. Oh, you already have Nicole. I was like wondering why you were saying Alice. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so that's out of the way. I mean, Trailing Tails on Nicole isn't bad, but it's probably not optimal. That's what I'll say. What's the best FTP weapon? It's a Oath Sworn, I believe. Oath Sworn is the event limited weapon from Enkanomiya. What's the second best option? Not exactly Aetherlight. Aetherlight only gives ER. No, Aetherlight's just random there. I think at that point, you probably can use Faf, right? Like, what are the catalysts we have? Yeah, I think it's between Oath Sworn or Skyward Atlas. That's the two best options. Everything else is not bad, but it's not necessarily like...
足元に気をつけて風だ
Okay, he's dead. Nicole is only better than Varka if you bell pass weapon for Claymore for Varka. Well, the truth about Varka is he doesn't have very good Claymore options. Like, what do you have? Male Flower that has high base attack, but EM does nothing. I guess there is a swirl damage. It's kind of okay, but there's Tidal Shadow. But if you're running Nicole, you're not getting healed. So we can seize that delusion. And Tidal Shadow without a way to consistently activate the passive sucks. And then we have... Yeah, honestly, there isn't much options for Varka. So every time if I see a Varka that doesn't have Serpent Spine at minimum, I just assume the Varka's just bricked. Unless it's like C1 Varka or something. But if you have C1, then you may as well just go for... you may as well just go for... what's that thing called again? What's that weapon called again? Oh, his signature. Unless you get super lucky, then I understand.
真実はまるで素直に話す心を覗かせてもらう迷えるもの真実が来る
Does anyone have a level idol perception?
読む
I do. Why? Oh. What was that achievement? I've never seen that achievement. What the heck? That's interesting. Yeah, I have a level 70 eye of perception. Oh, is it level 80? If you're asking why, well, if you're familiar with a YouTuber called Quack on Crack, I didn't watch his video when I did this. I just looked at it and I was like, can I do a physical Lisa? And these were during the resinless day. We only had 160 resin. We didn't have a lot of characters. We had nothing to farm. It was peak COVID. So yes, I do have a level 70 or level 80 eye of perception. It's not level 90, fortunately, because I'm not that stupid. Thankfully. She's only increased the damage percent of Serpent Spine. Yeah. I mean R1 is already gonna be better because let's be honest, like, is your build gonna be so good that you're gonna be overcapping on like... Is your build gonna be so good that it's gonna be overcapping on like... What's the word called again? You're gonna be overcapping on crit without Serpent Spine.
風だ一緒に遊
よしよっとよっもっと激しくとよっもっと激しく
This Varka's not doing damage, what the fuck? Guys, where the Varka damage?
逃げようなんて思わないで
Oh my god. I'm starting to think Varka's a mistake here, guys.
よっともっと激しくもっと激しく俺についてこい
Guys, where the Varka damage?
代わり目
任せて
みんなは俺が
風だ
傷が増えたなえっかうんと
Guys, where the Varka damage, guys?
よっと
Varka without Nicole is such a fraud. Did you switch Varka's weapon? No, I didn't. You is it supposed to be on Male Flower? Hold on. Okay, let me retry this. I didn't swap Varka's weapon. Yeah, that's it. No, it's still Male Flower. You know what? Let's give him a bit of hope. Let's go smoke a little bit of copium, you know, like let's go smoke a little bit of copium. And let's see how he fares, right? We'll go again with Serpent Spine. And we're gonna go again. I knew something didn't feel right. Okay. Alright, my wake up. No, it still deals more damage than this. Now you may as well just say my Yun Fei does more damage than that. No C6 Bennett. I feel sad. Ow.
物語は始まったばかりだよ。危ない。
風だ。
みんなは俺が守れ。せー。
Much better. I swear to God, if I don't kill this guy in one down, I'm gonna lose my mind. I swear to God, Varka. Oh my God. Varka, please stop scamming me. Why is my Venti almost dead? What a fraud this guy is. Look, oh, they changed the UI. Wait, since when was that a thing? Oh, Serpent Spine stacks are now showed? Yo, who? Why did nobody tell me this? I guess to be fair, none of us pay attention, right? So that's fair. Nicole, save me! This is C03. This is C03. Not cry Mawika we're going against. Literally, that's how I feel right now. Nicole Prune, save me. This is not cry Mawika we're going against. Yeah, ain't no way she doesn't want cycle. That's insane. At the bark. Where the hell is Nefarious damage? Oh my God. Alright. Got a bit of energy recharge.
物語は始まったばかりだよ。全力攻撃だ。
逃げようなんて思わないでよね。
Varka, who are you targeting? Bro, Varka's fighting the demons in my dream. What the hell, man? No, please don't do this to me. Come on, man. Ain't no way I gotta one rotate this. Thank you. Oh my God. Oh my God. Man. Man. Let me your power crew. This is pre-knock right Chaska we're up against. Sad drunk homeless Varka. Brick Varka. That feeling when man. I love that meme so much. It's so dumb. Why is this guy not dead? Okay, I guess I can farm energy for a bit, right? I guess not. Hoyo is wait, hold on. Hoyo's racist against Mondstadt characters. Bennett's from Nalan. They're not racist against Mondstadt characters. They just haven't released enough Mondstadt characters for it to matter. But hey, you know the upside is Mondstadt characters are actually getting buffs, while your favorite characters like Mr. Rice Lee is still waiting for a fucking rerun, and it's been like okay, Nico, you're the Rice Lee guy. How long has it been since the last Rice Lee rerun? How long has it been since the last Rice Lee rerun?
物語は始まったばかりだよ。
I need to know. I know it's been a very long time.
もっと激しくとよっと
気をつけて。腐食。新鮮。
逃げようなんて思わないでよね。足元に気を。
できたはっよっ突風が制圧するもっと激しくうんと
運命の変わり目。
Next patch, trust Shirl.
一緒に遊ぼうよ。風だ。
I'm pretty sure it's been a
もっと激しく
It's definitely been over a year. 1 year, 1 month. 1 year. We've gotten so many characters and we haven't seen a single rise.
輝け。
嘘だ。
心を覗かせてもらう。読む。
Jesus Christ.
みんなのために祈ろう。
5.4.
今宵月を捧げ。読む。欺瞞の叫び。
Better than Eula's record? You see, the difference is Eula is still bad. Rice Lee, on the other hand... Oh, he's already dead. Rice Lee, on the other hand, actually can be decent. If I can reach 83k DPS with a Marechaussee Rice Lee, Marechaussee R5 with Sith, 1 crown. I think my account is 1 crown. With an Escoffier team, right? Just shun her. Then I can imagine a C1 R1 Rice Lee can actually hit 100k. I'm not coping. Rice Lee with Escoffier is actually decent. But you really need like his C1 and his signature for him to be worth something. Surely the one guy who can benefit. See, the difference between Rice Lee and Eula is that Eula doesn't care about Escoffier. At that point, you may as well say, yes, Eula's best team is Mawika Milt, my favorite. Never heard that one before. Can you stream an extra hour tonight, or is it too much? Yeah, I don't mind too much. Tomorrow is Sunday, though. I'll see how far we can go with GTA. But the problem is like, oh, fuck my sleep schedule. My sleep schedule is gonna be so ruined, though. Alright, never mind. At least we got this. Okay, so how much crit do you get? 8222? Crowns? Crown? Okay, no crown. I mean, I guess level 9 is better than nothing, right? You know, if I ever get Varka, I'm giving him R5 Serpent Spine. I have an R5. And to be honest, I'm slowly working towards getting R5 of all the other Battle Pass weapons with 1 spare anyways. I'm sure the guy, I mean, I haven't run Noel in a while. Noel will someday graduate from Serpent Spine and get Red Horn anyways, because I don't care about Ito. So if I do ever eventually get Varka, which is less likely than getting Albedo. Now, to be fair, Albedo doesn't have her own banner, so Varka is limited. I'll probably try to make him good. Okay. That's enough for me yapping about Genshin for now. Ito, my fraud. Ito is a true fraud. The OG of frauds. They designed a whole enemy and a whole boss against him, and he still sucks. And he still sucks. They designed a boss that takes more geo damage and wants geo, and yet spends most of the time flying in the fucking air, has an entire second phase that makes him invulnerable, and the only way for Ito to apply geo is literally to use his burst, which is a DPS loss because by the time you break all the 3 skulls, you're going to be halfway through his fucking infusion, which is a scam. We got the Geo Rift Hounds, which you want to build up the bar by building with Geo, so that Geo, in order to reduce its resistance towards Geo, but that's a scam. Because if you make them mad, you make them empowered. When you make them empowered, they move around a lot. And you know in Genshin Impact, we don't like our enemies when they have legs. It's better to keep them handicapped and put them on a fucking wheelchair so I can grab my wheelchair and beat him up with my Eula. Ayato isn't necessarily a fraud. He was never good in the first place. Remember, the difference between Ayato and Ito is that people had hopes that Ito was decent. And he sucked. People had hopes for Ito. Ayato, nobody had hopes for Ayato. They look at Ayato and they were like, haha, funny. Look, it's Ayaka's brother. Full stop. Move on to Yelan. Ayato is not a fraud to me. Because he was never expected to be good. Nobody looked at Ayato and be like, oh my god, I can finally have another a better Tartaglia 2.0. No. People look at Ayato and they were like, it's Ayato. Anyways, who's the next character coming next patch? That was like I joke about it, but literally that is like my impression, and I think that's what the community thought about it. He was never good, and he was never he was never expected to be good. People had hopes for Ito. They had a whole boss design against him. They had a whole mob enemy design against him. He has fucking C6 Goro design for him, and he still sucks. Ayato had nothing to his name, and his best team is still Hyperbloom. Sejuin? Oh, Sejuin, nobody had hopes for Sejuin. They look at Sejuin and it was like, he heals. Full stop. Call it a day. Put the syringe in the back, my little Melusine. Let's go move on to the next character. Yeah, the thing. Because Ayato was released in, was it 2.4 or 2.5? I don't remember. Ayato was released on 2.5 or something before Yelan, I believe. And no one really had a complaint about it. I'm just putting this for no reason. I'm just gonna log out real quick. I'll just yap for a little bit. Yeah. No one complained about Ayato because nobody expected anything out of it. There was no new character that was like, oh my god, this character's so good. It was more of like, okay, I guess it is what it is. Why did that not work? Okay, hold on. Yeah, okay, that one's updated. Just have to update a few things real quick. Healer with anti-heal mechanic baked into a kit? Yeah. With that said, YouTube rocks. Thanks for stopping by the stream. That will be enough Genshin for now. I will see you guys next Friday for Stygian Onslaught. And cross my fingers. I don't hope to die. I hope you guys have good. I hope you guys are prepared. Hydro Talpa is a freebie. Wolf. We can get creative with Wolf. Watcher. We can also get creative with Watcher. So you only have 2 bosses. Unless you hate Pyro for some reason. And whatever teams you have just doesn't want Hydro. Which is a Venn diagram that's very small. But it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So with that said, that's it for the Genshin stream. I'll see you guys next week for the Stygian stuff. And yeah, for any fellow Sarawakians and fellow Muslims, but I say fellow Muslims as if I'm Muslim, but I'm not. Happy Hari Raya Korban or Eid, or I don't know how you pronounce it, but I think I said that right. And happy holidays for my fellow Malaysians. All right, see you, YouTube frogs.